There you go. The last post played out, and a 2-minute silence here at Roots Hall. I had to keep squatting down, I had to really boost up the effects mic to make sure that the radio station didn't think we'd gone off air there, which automatically does happen sometimes if it's too quiet. But I was squatting down, I kept my eyes on the referee. My thighs were burning by the end of it, trying to be A, respectful, but B, make sure that when the crowd noise didn't start again, that everyone listening got absolutely deafened, Jabbo. We got there. A small sacrifice on my part, I should say, given what we are commemorating here at Roots Hall. Carlisle United then preparing to get underway here. We are on to 5:30 now, and 5:30 kick-off. We'll go all the way through till 8 o'clock this evening. I don't think we'll bring you a reaction to this game tonight, but we'll get it up on our social media channels as soon as we can. I don't think we'll get it in before 8 o'clock because the managers will both speak to DAZN before they speak to us, then the in-house media. So I suspect by 8 o'clock we'll be done, but we'll get you that as soon as we can. We will at half-time bring you a reaction from that Barrow draw, and then maybe some of our other local games as well after full-time in this game. But our full focus on Carlisle United at Southend. It's going to be Carlisle who kick us off. They're going to go from right to left in front of us, so they'll attack the stand to our left and defend the stand to our right in this first half. Carlisle United fans watching on as we get underway in this game number 18 of the National League season. Carlisle straight out to the left wing, runs across their defender. Did it take a touch off anyone? No, it's out of play for a throw in that right back position to Carlisle United. Down the line they go, little shove on the man from Hayden there, and Feeney steps in and smashes away downfield. Kelly trying to get after it, headed away at the back by Southend. Another big win from Feeney in there. Kelly tries to get the chest down, fell between a couple of men there for Southend, and they got on the ball in the darker strip. Good noise around us here at Roots Hall. Goalkeeper slashes at his kick, drops in the midfield. Gilead after it. Hayden wins the header. In an offside position was Kelly. Clark was looking to engage. Slightly awkward one for Feeney to deal with. Gets the nod back towards Gabe Breeze, and Carlisle have come through that one with no real issues. Opening minutes of the game, and be interesting to see where Carlisle wind up this evening. Southend could move, well, they'll stay where they are, but they'll move further points away from Wealdstone with a win. They're currently 2 away from them on for the point they are at the moment as Kelly goes after the ball. Linney looking towards it on the left wing, but Southend get it in the middle of the park. Carlisle win it back nice and high up. Clark out to Linney on the left hand side, 1-on-1 against the wing back, tries to dart into that penalty area. Good tackle from the defender who sort of knelt down and held out the lower leg. Strong tackle from Feeney. Carlisle win it high up again, but Southend trying to come forward. Southend fans feeling there was a foul, ref disagreeing. Luamba shrugs off his man, gets it to Clark. He's taken out. That's a free kick to Carlisle. Southend feeling aggrieved, home fans booing. Free kick now to Carlisle, 5 yards outside the D, just to the right of centre, and that is a very presentable shooting position.
It really was a really good play by Clark there, but it was a good foul because Kelly just pulled off to the right. If Clark would have seen him at the corner of the eye and slipped him through, it was on for a good shot. So it ends up being a really good foul there by the Southend player.
A week ago, Carlisle came back in stoppage time to win at Reading, and all of the rhetoric from their fans after the game was, we need to sign Carlisle's number 10 and Carlisle's number 38.
Wow.
I don't think they can afford them right now, but the pair of them, Linney and Clark, really caught the eye in their game. Quieter on Tuesday. Luamba stole the show on that one, but Clark over this free kick. Looks like Harper's having a look at it as well. Could be a right footer or a left footer. Carlisle keeping the Southend goalkeeper guessing as they step up. Harper steps over it. Clark takes the free kick right down the goalkeeper's throat. Got it up and down well, bounced right in front of the keeper, but right down the middle of the goal.
Right down the middle, not enough pace on the ball, not enough to trouble the keeper.
And they tried to get away down the right hand side, and I think Williams just got a touch on the ball there. It was a good break actually. The goalkeeper swirled it out to the left. I think it's going to be a throw-in the end to Southend on that far side, and they almost played it in. I think it caught the trailing leg of Josh Williams playing at right back for Carlisle tonight. Left back Harper, Feeney and Hayden in the middle, Breeze in goal, anchoring midfielders McAdam and Gilead, Clark 10, Linney left, Luamba right, Kelly down the middle. That's United's 11. I'll look at the Southend one in a minute, but they've got a throw from the left, and it looks like they're winding up a big throw into the Carlisle penalty area. Here it comes, in towards goal, really good distance on it, gets towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Feeney heads away, Carlisle fans enjoying that. Sent in towards goal again, there's a man at the back post, but it drifts beyond, and it's a goal kick to Carlisle United, and lots of applause from that block of Carlisle fans away to our right in between the two sets of netting.
Yeah, definitely well marshalled there. You know, today's now the long throw is very dangerous, like they've always been anyway, but you know, well marshalled there by the Carlisle defenders there.
Really nice old stadium, isn't it, Roots Hall? Double-decker stand to our left. big stand opposite us, big stand that we're in. None of them are massive stands, but they're like big enough, and then all the corners filled in, atmosphere kept in. It's a really nice setup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really intense here, and I've often enjoyed playing here. Good derbies when I was at Orient, and then it's very feisty place.
Ball down the left hand side. Clark rolls his man delightfully, going towards the edge of the penalty area, tries to slide a ball out right hand side for Luamba. He'll get there, he won't get onto it with a shot, keeps it in play by the corner flag, right hand side for United, played back away from danger by Carlisle, and then back into that midfield position. Clark on it, looking to step away from his man again, going the long way around him down the right hand side, strong tackle, finally a man gets on the ball, and they'll try and break forwards at Carlisle. A bit quick to go up and over our Southend at the moment, but that's good running down the left hand side. Feeney's struggling with Dallas over there, and he's probably fouled him, and it'd be a free kick to them on the left of the Carlisle penalty area. Feeney felt he was fouled and is appealing. Dallas feeling that he was pushed out the area and then dragged down by Feeney, maybe wanting a yellow card for Carlisle's captain. And it's a tricky position again for this one, for Carlisle this time, to face the free kick from Southend.
You can see what Southend are trying to do, really try and catch us on the counter and not hesitate with playing the ball forward and catching us off guard, and trying to use the pace of Dallas and Josh Walker there. So we have to be really switched on, but we marshalled that well, and I thought it was a fair battle, but just edging probably a possible free kick there.
Free kick it is though to Southend. Did think that they were just fighting a losing battle, just firing it over the top like that, but that one was just over Feeney and did cause a bit of problem. It's going to be a left-footed free kick they're going to send in behind that defensive line of Carlisle, which is lined up round about the penalty spot. Swerved into that dangerous area. Two-man wall for United. Looks like Luamba and Clark. Referee just making final checks in that penalty area before giving them the go-ahead to take the free kick. Here it comes from that left-hand side, in towards the back post. Breeze took it very well. Over Hayden, called early, came and claimed. Really good work from Gabe Breeze for United.
And that's what you're going to see from your keeper in those situations, coming out, commanding, grabbing the ball like that and starting off for attack. Very well done.
Keep our eyes on the scores in the score in the other game, which is the Arsenal game in action at Sunderland this evening. Jabba will have particular interest on that one. We'll tell you if there's any change in that one. Goalless there, goalless here as Carlisle try and play away down the right, but it's a very advanced throw-in on that left-hand side, and another mortar throw-in into the Carlisle penalty area. Just into the 6th minute. Goalless here. A little purple patch early in the game here for Southend, who are just keeping Carlisle in their own final third. Played back to the thrower on the left hand side, trying to find the angle for the cross in towards goal, sent in towards goal. Header was won there by the number 11 who got there first. Josh Walker got across his man, didn't get the glance he was looking for, more of a full meet to the forehead, and it just went over the bar and into the Carlisle fans, but real danger how free he was there.
Yeah, it really was. I think there was an offside there anyway, so we
that's maybe how he was so clear.
Yeah.
Let's say it was all fine and I just didn't notice the flag. Free kick then to Carlisle in their own penalty area. All the oohs and that nonsense that you get after a goalkeeper takes the kick here, but part of the atmosphere in English football at Southend as Breeze sent it downfield, looking towards Kelly, helps his man under the ball, but came from the offside position, lays off Clark, but it's a free kick to Southend. 7th minute, it's been fairly aerial at the moment. United looking to play off Kelly, Southend just looking to play in behind Carlisle's defensive line. It's quite a high line they're keeping, isn't it? Trying to stop Southend from getting too far up the pitch, but it means that they're open to the ball being played over the top of them. Harper got across the path of his man though well. No way that Scott Morris was getting to that one, the former Hemel Hempstead man. Let's say thrown to United in the left-back position. Their team, incidentally, Nick Haynes in goal, back 3 of Taylor, Goodliff and Ralph, midfield 5 from right to left of Scott Morris, Coker, Miley, Austin, Boys, and front 2, former Barrow man Andrew Dallas and Josh Walker, who just had that header towards goal. Kelly under the ball there, helped under by the defender as Carlisle tried to throw out. They shift it back into their defensive position. It was almost an awkward one that Luamba might have just got on top of there, but just about got a clearing touch back to the goalkeeper, lifted back into that Carlisle half. Hayden under this, powerful header forwards for him. No signs of that groin issue that saw him miss the game on Tuesday against Halifax. Looks to be moving very comfortably. Commanding header away there, but it's a throw-in just inside the Carlisle half here on the right. 4th official telling Scott Morris, the double-barrel third-named right wing-back of Southend, where to take it. Just edging down that touchline anyway. Edge, and virtually midway inside the Carlisle half as he sends it down the line. Aaron Hayden with it up and over volley away that pretty much goes out of play in the same place, and it'll be a throw-in, and as you were, for another throw down this right-hand side for Southend. Carlisle on the point they're on, moving back above Scunthorpe, but into 3rd place in the table, but Still a point behind the current league leaders, Boreham Wood. Will that change come 7:30, 7:40ish tonight when we conclude this game? And United find another way to win as the throw goes down the right hand side here for Southend, trying to catch United out, but came out and swarmed the player on the ball. But it's another throw into Southend, the one into the Carlisle penalty area. It's been in Carlisle's half now for a good 5 minutes. It's not that they've necessarily got in behind United, but they have kept them in there, kept the screw turning. Here comes the cross in from the right hand side. Carlisle repel it, came off the shoulder blades of the United man there, and their man's managed to bring it down, trying to get away here down the right hand side. Good play from Carlisle, getting out there and meeting him with Harper, the defender. Didn't want to put too much pressure on, so the man does that, flop and gets the free kick. Throw-in taken in again, finds the Southend men on the edge of the penalty area. They've got the cross in, ricochets around on the edge of the area. United get it away through Luamba, headed forwards again by Southend. Carlisle bring it down with Kelly, chest control, played out right hand side now for Luamba to motor away. Conclark's inside, men in black shirts trying to get back with him as he's pushed out to the right hand side of the penalty area. In the end, under a lot of pressure, he took on a fairly ill-advised shot, and it's a goal kick to Southend. But in truth there, if it had just checked back, there were men inside. He could have sent his defender on a bit and passed inside. There were a couple of men inside him, he just couldn't quite see them, and done a lot of running, of course.
Yeah, he carried the ball up the pitch well, and I think as he got closer to the guy, he thought, the confidence he has, he's thinking, let me have this.
Trying to get that shot away. First moment of anger, if you like, from Carlisle. Well, second actually, after that Conclark free kick, which the goalkeeper had to save. Header one again over the head of the United defender there, and it looked like a foul on Aaron Hayden from the striker. The referee felt maybe that Hayden got in his way and it was fair game. Slightly awkward there. I think it was Josh Walker, who's only 5'9.5" there, has won a couple of headers over the top of Morgan Feeney when they've tried to play those long balls over United. Then he checks inside, and it's given us a throw into Southend. I think he knew it had come off him as well. He didn't protest much, just annoyed that he couldn't work the situation better. So down by the corner flag as Southend look to attack again on the Carlisle right. It's another throw-in to the home side here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Jabbo Ibery and James Phillips with you through until 8 o'clock tonight, when we're hopefully telling you about a Carlisle win. But at the moment, Southend the side just about on top. It's kind of incrementally on top as the throw goes into the area. Good distance on it. Kelly gets up and wins the header away. Picked up by the centre half Taylor for Southend. Looks out to the left wing. Best options out there for him. Plays it out there to that left back Boys. He's forced back inside though. Luamba up tight against him, trying to charge him down. So too Williams over there, working together down that right hand side. Ball forwards. Feeney again in a right fight there with the Southend men, and they tried to play it away and they're offside down the left hand side. They're really targeting Feeney, aren't they? They're moving men around, they're getting support up, and they're trying to, like, one man barged in there, the other man won the header, and they actually got around him, and clearly someone they've tried to identify. If they can unsettle him, they'll unsettle Carlisle.
So I know that they're not going near Hayden because they know he's cleaning house at the moment, so they're working on Feeney a little bit, and they're kind of doubling up. It's quite a smart little tactic they're doing there, so you have to be aware, make sure there's some cover.
Yeah, I suppose if Hayden goes over to help out, it maybe leaves a big gap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That somebody, if they can get the switch on, could get into. Free kick for Breeze forwards. Downfield United go. Kelly tries to help his man under the ball. Was a little foul, but the referee happy to let it go. Southend kept possession. They drill out to the left wing, but fairly aimlessly. That'll be a throw to United, middle of their half on the right hand side. Early today, Barrow drew 2-2. Quite fortunate by all accounts to do so. Didn't play so well today, but stayed unbeaten. Devastation for Holker Old Boys and Carlisle City, who both went out the FA Vars. First win in the new era Billy Bar at Workington. Excellent stuff from them against Hyde today. As Carlisle try and get away now down the right hand side. Luamba shrugged his man off there. Great strength there against the captain. Strong tackle on him. Carlisle get the throw in. He's not the biggest of defenders, is he, Ralph? But he's very experienced. His 180th game for Southend. Flick round the corner from Conclark was excellent. Strong tackle though from their man. Carlisle trying to get back onto it. Breaks in the midfield. Gilead heads it on. Finds Kelly, edge of the area. Conclark can't hold on to the ball. Kelly gets him and tries to make the tackle, and Southend just hack it anywhere to get it away there. Goes out of play, middle of their half on the left here, and United, their turn to try and have a bit of a go at the Shrimpers.
It'd be good to somewhat build some momentum now in their half, get a bit of play going.
Really would. I've just heard a couple of Rabonas and chops from the commentary team to our left. I'm not entirely sure we've seen a Rabona yet, have we?
No.
Excitement down that right hand side with Conclark's little round the corner passes and things. Southend get back on the ball with what looked to foul on Junior Luamba there, and he seems hurt and he isn't able to get back up, and Southend are playing on around him here, like right on top of him. She's fairly ruthless, no problem with it in truth. They don't have to put it out of play there, but just the fact that they could have moved the ball away and tried to get out of that congestion, but it's almost like they wanted to play over Luamba, who's still leaning down and just feeling that left ankle. Goes out towards the fullback on the far side, ball over the top again, looking to put pressure on Morgan Feeney, gets goal side, goalkeeper comes out, goes right through. Feeney's jumped, Dallas got hit a little bit, Gabe Breeze and Feeney between them managed to deal with that situation. Wanted to bowl out, referee just holding up the fingers here, telling him that he's going to get the old corner given against him if he doesn't release soon. Forward in search of Kelly, headed away at the back. Carlisle will get onto it here with Con Clark, dipped his shoulder to bluff the man to go one way, then went the other. Harper on it, goes back to Hayden, just in the United half. Middle of it, over towards the centre circle, looks to whip one out right hand side towards Luamba. It's nearly a very good ball, but it was well read by Ralph, who left of their back three, who heads it away down the left hand side, and that's got them a mini break on. And there's a bit of space over here on the right if they can find the crossfield ball here, played up towards the striker there. It's a really poor pass, and Hayden just stepped in so easily and cut that one out, and now played away down the right for Luamba, trying to run forwards in towards Kelly. Just took a flick from the defender. Kelly shrugged his man off there. Then was he held? To me, I think he was held there. I think he, for strength, shrugged his man off, who then held his lower leg, stopped him getting away. Jabbo.
Totally, that was a definite foul. And sometimes when you're a big guy and you use a bit of strength in one moment and you push on again, and it's a blatant foul, but the ref thinks, you're a big guy, get on with it, and it's a foul.
Because to be fair, the ref didn't give the foul against. The defender was looking for it, but he grabbed his leg, and then for me that is a foul. But I wonder if, having just given one free kick down there, he didn't necessarily want to get the aggro of the home fans right on top of him. Luamba's touch has just let him down a bit there, and he's had the ball nicked off him, but it is a throw to Carlisle. But he's gone down again out there on that right hand side. As the ball was into him, it was a good ball into him from Kelly. It was bouncing, it wasn't a totally simple one to deal with, but he should have dealt with it, Jabbo.
Yeah, he should have. And maybe he's having some problems from the earlier tackle, because it was a strong tackle and it was really in front of the referee, and the ref didn't seem to budge one iota, and I think he's suffering a little bit.
Yeah, might have just tweaked something here. David Ajiboye is on the bench for Carlisle United, so they've got that extra wide option if they were to need it. They've also got the option that they could bring on Archie Davies and move Williams further forward. You can only imagine with Davies, he maybe had a bit of tightness somewhere from playing Saturday and Tuesday, and perhaps that's why he is not involved or is rotated out the team today. You can't imagine, much though Mark Hughes might want to give Josh Williams minutes, you'd change your right back and come into a place like this unless there was a bit of tightness or something.
Yeah, definitely one of those positions you don't really necessarily rotate enough unless there's an injury or some sort of niggle. You really, you're concerned about something. So that's what I would suggest, because it's a big game coming to Southend as well. So you kind of want your regulars, starters that you can depend on a bit more in recent times to sort of play in that match.
Con Clark just getting some instructions from the Carlisle dugout down below us here. Going back on over the pitch. Sophie Burney is on looking at Luamba. Applause from the Carlisle fans to our right as he starts to get back up. Southend subs as well, just getting applauded by the home fans. Luamba's going off to the far touchline. The referee just saying, wait for my signal, the usual spiel. Mark Hughes turns and looks back towards his bench. Phone calls or something being taken down below, somebody holding earpieces there, maybe just communicating with Sophie Burney as they've gone off the far side of the pitch, the Carlisle physio. United throw it is on that right hand side, just edging down the touchline here with Williams, and a little throw into Con Clark, gives it back to Williams on that right touchline, forwards into Kelly, back to Con Clark, turns out of trouble, looks down the line, gives it to Aaron Hayden back in the middle of the Carlisle half, lifted out towards the left, Linney had run offside, and a moment hasn't really got himself involved in the game too much, Regan Linney. Just one break at his man, and he was very well tackled actually by Harry Taylor, who's been really good apparently this season, right of their back three, the former Barnet man. 133rd game for him since coming in 3 years ago.
Nice.
Has really started to rack up the appearances for the Shrimpers. Crush to the man who's got even more. His 180th appearance tonight for Nathan Ralph. Trying to get it forward to Dallas, who came short. Going a long way with him was Williams. Luamba's back on for Carlisle, back up to 11v11 as they work it back to their goalkeeper. Kelly just in sniffing out whether the goalkeeper was going to show any hesitancy. Gilead and McAdam got themselves under the ball there, and it's broken well here towards Southend, popped out towards the right winger. They've looked to lift it behind United. Feeney will need to come over here and take charge of this. Man very tight to him, and he's cleared it away well down the line. Might even have kept it in play here to Regan Linney. The first time pass is excellent into Gilead, who dealt with it well under pressure. Lays it off to Harper. He'll try and look infield for Carlisle, just not quite the right ball. Linney might get onto it anyway, doesn't. Carlisle win it back with Gilead. Tight to him, Harper lifts it out towards that right wing. Well defended by Southend as Carlisle tried to get Luamba on it. Kelly tried to bring it down but couldn't. Southend then give it away back to Carlisle with Williams coming forward from right back. Con Clark, edge of the area here, trying to find the angle for a shot towards goal! And it's in the back of the net, and that's what you've got a goal as well for Carlisle. 19th minute, left foot, curled it round the goalkeeper, maybe defender unsighted him, and into the bottom corner. All too simple for Chris Con Clark as it opened up. They stepped off, tried to show him onto his left, and he said thank you very much. 19 gone. Southend 0, Carlisle 1.
Oh, what a player, what a goal. And that's the difference. These players that you bring in with big noise, they are the difference makers, and that's exactly what he's done. He's taken the ball, you've shown him, he said okay, I'll take that, opened his body up. I think the keeper was slightly unsighted by the player in front of him, but curled it into the bottom corner nicely, and that's the difference maker. What a goal.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah. And he just knew from when he picked up the ball, he just felt confident that he's gonna do something here. And it just offers that excitement, and it's just brilliant to see.
They just had the movement, didn't they? They had Kelly in front of him, Linney was getting forward as well, Luamba as well. There was just enough threat from Carlisle for them to not get close enough to him, and they probably thought, we've shown him onto his weaker foot, we've done our job, and then he just curls it in, passes it into that bottom corner. Super goal from Chris Con Clark. Carlisle United a goal up here at Southend. What can they do now? Southend have been well in this. They look a well drilled side. United have just got the magic man. Here's Con Clark on the ball now, whipping it out towards Luamba on the right wing. He can't gather it. Southend get onto it. United win it back, then lose it again. McAdam hacking in. Con Clark's just gone down here with a bang to the head. There is a head injury, so the ref will have to stop play. Fourth official made that clear. And Mark Hughes tapping his head as well, and the referee, as he's getting booed, pointing to his head. Don't know what happened there as he tried to get in and make the tackle there, Con Clark. He just peeled out of the tackle and looked a little bit shaky and went straight down onto the deck. And Carlisle United a break in play. The ball will be dropped back to Southend. Obviously Carlisle can get back into the defensive position. You get the frustration of their fans having just gone behind and looking to respond, but I didn't quite see what happened with Con Clark there, but their fans will feel he would go down just to break up play. I'm not so sure. No,
I mean he wouldn't just go down the way he went down, although I missed the impact, but it was a head injury. You can't mess around with that, especially with what we've seen in recent times with players and things going wrong. So I know I can understand the frustration from Southend supporters, but head injury is a head injury and we have to take that into account.
Premier League action tonight later on as well. Chelsea against Wolves is the 8 o'clock kickoff. The 5:30 one, 0-0 Sunderland v Arsenal. 5 divisions below, meanwhile.
We're 1-0 up.
Carlisle United, we've got a goal here and we've got a proper game on, and already a bit of aggro with the fans around us here, thinking that Con Clark's kidding on here just to break up any potential response momentum of Southend. He's over just with a Frankie McAvoy sort of quick left shoulder massage there just to keep him right. Sophie Burnley's had a brief look at United's number 38. They look happy for him to come back on. The ref's going to drop the ball to Southend, just to the right of them, centre of the Carlisle half. Carlisle trying to get as close as they can without the referee saying no. They've lifted it towards the back post. There's a man there for Southend. Carlisle pick it up. Shot goes towards goal. Repelled at source by United. Kelly trying to get the next touch. Volleyed forwards again by Southend, and they stopped it breaking twice to Kelly there. Now they've moved it over the top here, looking towards Georgie Kelly again. Defending comes across, really good defending from Taylor. Read the danger superbly there. Kelly thought he was running on there just to nod towards goal, run onto it and get his shot away. Taylor came from the right of the back three all the way to the left and just nodded it away from danger with great composure. Yeah,
it really was good covering and good reading of play there, because for a moment there I thought Kelly was in.
Con Clark being booed back on as the ref allows him back on. Southend with it in the left wing back position. That's their centre mid who is coming deep to get onto that one. I think it's Cavan Miley played away. Con Clark ricochets that, and I think it rattles the press box. We're in the broadcast media box here, us and BBC Essex in this box. You're hearing other voices around us here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sports. Several broadcasters covering it. Of course, DAZN here as well this evening. Aaron McLean is part of their coverage. If you're perhaps listening on your headphones this evening via BBC Sounds, and you're maybe in that fan zone at Brunton Park, he'll be part of the commentary team there as Southend come forward towards the edge of the Carlisle penalty area here, out towards their right wing back. Good head down into the area. Hayden got an important tackle around the corner there. They've got a shot away which Carlisle have managed to block. Back up towards Georgie Kelly. Chest control. Steps in between two Southend men. Lays it off to Williams. Really good composed stuff from him as well. Forwards from Williams, looking out towards Regan Linney on this left hand side. Lets the ball spin across him, but just couldn't get a toe out to bring it down, and it drifts out of play for a throw in the right back position to Southend. And now is it Con Clark's gone down again over on the far side. Oh, it's not Con Clark, it's Luamba actually. In the shadows on the far side, and that might be Luamba done actually. Whatever it was that he did, I don't know if it was a twist or an impact injury, but he doesn't look happy, and it surprised me if United didn't make a change here. I can't see anyone. There is someone, I think is it Archie Davis stood up, or is it? No, not sure it's him. Ajiboye would be the most likely, but I can't see him down below, stripped off, ready to come on. United have got subs out warming up.
Yeah, he's definitely having some difficulty with that, and it was a decent impact. I'm really surprised the ref didn't even call it back for a foul there, so it's definitely troubling him. And even when he had that miscontrol, it was probably hitting something that's really sore for him, so I'll be surprised if he continues.
Yeah, if it's ankle ligaments, if he has twisted something, they're filling out your boot right now, aren't they? And if you take it off, you ain't getting it back on. It's whether they want to sort of risk further injury or whether they want to just make the call now. I think Mark Hughes just talking to Josh Williams. I wonder if he's saying, right, you might go up on the right and we'll get Archie on, just to keep it slightly more conservative down that right hand side, or whether he'll go with Ajiboye in front of Williams. Just got our eyes on it now. Williams going currently back out to right back. I can't see anyone down below as stripped off and ready to come on for Carlisle. I don't know if perhaps the TV, I don't know if it's on the far side, so you might be looking into the dugout if anyone is watching the stream as well and seeing something we're not, but we certainly can't see anyone imminently ready to come on. Is it perhaps Archie Davies? Look, I think
it looks like it's Archie Davies.
Yeah, he's taking off his bib and Luamba's walking off the near side. That's his evening done. That's a real shame, because he was the star against Halifax and he's just been coming into his own and did a lovely interview which was great to listen to, and it's a shame to see him come off. Ajiboye remains an attacking option later on, but I think at this point, if you'd have a very attacking winger and a very attacking right back, you leave yourself a bit open to trouble down that flank, don't you?
Definitely.
Because Luamba works so hard back to help out defensively. Him and Williams actually have a good relationship with each other, but whether that immediately transmits to Ajiboye as well, I think it's a shrewd decision this to push Williams up and have Archie Davies on if he's fit enough, and Archie Davies is the one who's come on, and that's the change for Carlisle United. So another injury sadly, but Williams can go up and join the front three for Carlisle, take part in the press and also help protect Archie Davies within six both ways.
You've also got the attacking option later on if need be, so it's good.
26-minute change there that United didn't cater for. Still a bit later than the two changes they'd already had by this stage on Tuesday, after Hayden and Terrell Thomas picked up injuries. Running a long way back towards his own goal here is the left wing back. He's fallen over and he's taking the ball out to play, and he's looking for a handout from the ref, and the lino, excellent over there, just absolutely shook his head and said no chance, mate. Now Carlisle player infield here to Con Clark, lays it off in defence, just keeping possession. Con Clark not looking to conjure something magical every time he touches the ball. Feeney with it right of United centre halves, clips it down the right wing, comfortable one for Southend to head away. Carlisle keep it alive through McAdam there, buffeted in the back as Carlisle get back onto it with Davis. Nice pass inside to Feeney, and then Carlisle swirl it away down the right wing. Kelly's done well to pin his man, lay it off right hand side now to Josh Williams, trying to get into the penalty area, the Carlisle man. Good pass inside from Williams. Gilly had lots of space in front of him, wasn't aware of it, so gives it out to the right and Davis, and under pressure he goes back to halfway where Feeney and Hayden are. They pass between the two of them, it will come over to Harper. He's under a bit of pressure here, so he needs to move this forwards. Hits the arm of the Southend man, had his arm out right in front of Harper there, and then the pass from Harper in search of Con Clark misses him, and it goes through to the Southend defenders who pick it up. If that had broken in an attacking way for Southend there after that clear handball, I mean, the ref might argue, I suppose, that he was quite close to him, but his arm was still right out. Wasn't in a natural position.
No. Well, the referee dodged one there because that could have been severe.
Really good ball out to the right wing. They've headed it inside. Hayden had to get across. He slipped. The man goes away from him. Walker on the edge of the area here. Hayden putting plenty of pressure on it. Allows Conclark to get back on the ball. They turn an appeal, wanting something there from the ref. Good running from Conclark. Slips it down the left-hand side to Linney. Big chance for Carlisle United. Linney in down the left. Slides into the bottom corner. Carlisle 2-0 up. Just into the 28th minute. Fantastic goal from Linney. Conclark brilliant though. Ran in field. Took all the men with him. Took all the space and players on himself and then slipped it left. Linney ran onto it, never a hint that he was going to check back, always going to run and goal, slide it into the corner. Carlisle 2-0 up here, not even at the half-hour mark at Southend.
Brilliant. Them two again connecting, reading each other, knowing how each other plays, and then the moment Colin Clark released that ball, you just knew what was going to happen. But what was amazing about that was the way Linney just adjusted his body. He made sure his angle was
the best in new comedy, poetry, and spoken word.
Just yet on the right. It's Austin was an option there for the number 28 Coker, but they just couldn't find an angle to get the ball back in, just sort of hopeful balls into the box. Slightly awkward, wasn't it, during the minute's silence after the last post, that there was a fireworks display going off to our right here. At least it kept our microphones interested though, that there was some sound coming out of me and you here, Jabbo. As Southend just try and pull and probe at Carlisle United on the edge of the penalty area. Coker now on the ball, slides it out left hand side. Good space here to get the cross in towards goal. Man turned it down though, chose instead to run, shot into the back of the net, and it's a goal back for Southend. Couldn't see who it was because it went behind the girder in front of us, but as they crossed in from the left, somebody just got a quick stab shot onto it. It was really good play down the left hand side, and they have one on the board. 31st minute, Carlisle United pegged back. It's Southend 1, Carlisle 2.
Yeah, couldn't really see that. It was blocked, obstructed there, but it just looked like someone nipped across the face and probably got a deft touch and finished it there. Just have to remain focused in the next few minutes to starve any momentum that Southend may get now after that goal.
Yeah, I think it was Austin, the number 10, who got onto it with the shot there. Just opened his body and pushed it past Breeze from right in front of him. One of those where if you get a good enough connection on it, the goalkeeper, unless he just happens to be in the way, can't do much about it. Linney gets it up to Kelly. Southend gather it up. So Southend are in this game. Any hopes that United were just going to run away with it disappear with that as the ball gets out to Williams on halfway for United. Gives it to Davis at right back down the line. He can look forwards, chops and turns inside his man, then onto McAdam, who's come short to him. Back over to Davies on the right touchline, just on halfway. Played forward in search of Kelly. Good layoff first time to Conclark. Further over is Harper, who's joined in on the left hand side. Gives it to Regan Linney. Very heavy touch from Linney. Manages to win it back high up though. Gets the shot towards goal. Thuds into the shoulder blades of the defender. Then Gilead taken out as he played the ball. It was an unfortunate but really poor tackle. The referee's played on, crossing towards goal, headed away Southend. It wasn't deliberate, was it? Dallas was coming back to try and help out. Carlisle herring down this right hand side. Strong tackle, great tackle, Gilead. That was a meaty one. And he's just going to pull in Dallas here, and I think he might actually caution him. it was unfortunate that, because he wasn't necessarily looking at the man coming across him, and it's a yellow card for Andy Dallas, your old teammate, and I think he's a bit unfortunate there. He did catch Gilead, mind.
Yeah, he's done a couple of little things, and I think it's just a slightly accumulation of that also in the back of the referee's mind. That's going to annoy Andrew, because he has to play a bit more of a robust game today, and now being on a yellow card, he's going to probably have to be a bit more cautious now.
Carlisle leading 2-1, 2-0 up, one from Lenny, one from Con Clark, but Austin's got one back for Southend, and they're on the ball again with Walker, edge of the area, tries to get the shot away, repelled by Carlisle. They'll cross in again, takes a deflection, United volley away once more, drops towards Con Clark, the defender came and took it off his toe, laid off Kelly. How on earth did Con Clark get that one from behind him there? He managed to dig it out, still couldn't keep it though, just strength of numbers came to Southend's aid. Harper at left back, plays forward to Con Clark, first time layoff to Linney, tries to take in his man all in one, another defender gets in there, good tackle, did really well actually, good play from the midfielder. I think it might be Coker in their midfield, lifted over United's defensive line. Hayden wins the header, dropped in towards Harper, who came across and covered, onto McAdam, back towards Breeze in goal, middle of the penalty area for United. More fireworks behind that United end to our right where the Carlisle fans are. Feeney volleys it, well, smashes away downfield. I think Carlisle just on the edge of overplaying on that right hand side, and I think Feeney just took the right decision there and said, let's have rid of this.
Yeah. For that moment, Georgie Kelly came short, so he just missed it. But
they're trying to come forwards though in response. Southend again running across the midfield with Coker, the youth product, 22, one of the 4 changes for Southend. They've got it out to the left wing again from where they set up their goal a few minutes ago here. Now they've got the overlap once more down that left hand side. Davies has been passed around, back to the other crosser, in towards goal it goes again, and diving header into the Carlisle fans from Morgan Feeney, and out it goes for a Southend corner, and a real purple patch for them. Minutes after Carlisle went 2-0 up, it's 2-1, and they're chasing the equaliser. Taken short on the far side, crossing towards goal, right footed into the middle, diving header towards goal. United have managed to get onto it and clear it away, volleyed away downfield once more, and it'll be picked up in the Southend half by their furthest man back. That's Taylor into Coker in the midfield, looking to lift forwards again, trying to exploit United down the wide areas. Davies is sort of pushed over and goes down quite easily. The referee didn't give the free kick, but United managed to clear anyway through Feeney once more, back to halfway, where Southend will try and build their attack again. Coming forward to United down there, right hand side, cross into the penalty area. There's a man free at the back post. United have got to deal with this. It's come off the shoulders, I think, of the Carlisle man, but he manages to win out, plays it to Linney, tries to let it roll across his body, but he's allowed the man to win the ball back there. He just tried to do a bit too much in what was effectively a defensive position, and what he's done is lost possession for Carlisle, so Southend will come again. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Great turn, Austin, the goal scorer, into the tackle, went down there. I think that's a dive personally. The referee said play on. I think that's a dive, and the ref, has he given the free kick now? Not sure what he's doing here. Morgan Feeney's come out and he's absolutely furious. I'm not sure, has he given the free kick? He's shown a yellow card to Williams, I think it was, who went in on the man, but I don't think he touched him, and I think Austin, I think that's why Feeney's so cross, but he has in the end given the free kick. Yeah,
from here it didn't look like there was much in it, and I think that it was the rolling around that sold it to the referee, because even the ref almost went play on, and then the rolling around it fooled him almost. But we obviously can't see the replay from here, but it didn't appear that he there was much in that at all.
No, he seemed to bow to the crowd a little bit there, didn't he, the referee? There's a slight worry.
I mean, sometimes we just can't be naive at times, you know. You have to play the position and the momentum and the state, and knowing the stage of the game, because there Linney could have maybe secured the ball a bit better instead of trying to turn and do a bit of magic in our last third, which now eventually has resulted in us losing possession, and now we've got a free kick against us. So sometimes knowing the moments in the game and how to sort of like manage it.
Yep, that's certainly the one. Carlisle just got to be careful there as the shot goes towards goal. It's a really good strike, and it's only just over the bar. Very good free kick. Gabe Breeze, I don't think was getting anywhere near that, Jabbo.
No, it was very much beaten there. It went up and over very well, but didn't just come down quick enough. So good free kick, and we've managed just to evade that one.
Yeah, thankfully. Southend against Carlisle United here live on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, and I think I'll hopefully managed to get a version of the stream up here. I say a version, a legal version, just in case I made it sound a bit dodgy there. And the goal kick goes away downfield. I managed to get it over my other things that I've got on the screen in front of me so we can see some of that. I haven't got there quick enough to see whether it was a dive or not, but we have at least got a view of this free kick as it's sent in towards goal. It was a really good strike, just wide of the near post as Gabriel scrambled towards it. Carlisle just being forced back across the defensive line, but good ball out from Davis. Header downfield wasn't very good though from Harper. Carlisle snapping after it in the midfield, but Southend keep possession here. Gloom setting in around us here at Roots Hall in terms of the night sky, not the atmosphere on the pitch, because Carlisle are leading by 2-1, but there's no doubt Southend are really growing into it, really having a good spell now in this match. Drill ball out towards the right wing, and is it going to find its way? It's a fantastic pass, first time cross in towards the back post. They've won the header. Breeze will take it comfortably. That pass from the left hand side to the right wing back was an absolute belter.
Absolute peach of a pass right into his path. Great touch, good ball in. The player just jumped a little bit too early.
Kelly holds his man off there. Very strong, isn't he, against their
magnificent work by Kelly. He just receives the ball, takes it so effortlessly in, and whereas most strikers will try and flick it on, he really tries to retain and bring people into play. He's doing a fantastic job.
Harper gives it to Linney, who passes square now. Davis can run onto it from right back. He's got Williams beyond him down the right touchline in towards Kelly. Defender heads away well for Southend. United trying to get onto the next ball. They'll keep it alive with McAdam. Slammed into the middle, turned away once more, and then smashed away downfield. Feeney keeps the pressure on. Carlisle get back onto it here with Gilead. Bit short of options, refs in his way, pushes him out the way, and then gets it out left hand side here to Con Clark. Needing an option, just tries to swirl one in behind in search of Kelly. Bit too much on that occasion. Hand of thanks goes up for the effort, but through to the goalkeeper it goes. Southend back on the ball. Back into the Carlisle half with their kick forwards. Walker has done really well to get onto that one. Carlisle came tight to him here, and he goes towards the byline, gets the cut back in towards goal. Danger potentially. Carlisle managed to deal with it. Good pass from McAdam or Gilead. I couldn't tell him apart there as I was bobbing and weaving around the girder to our right. Coker picks it up in their midfield, or in the middle of Carlisle's half, in the midfield for Southend, and gets it out to the left hand side, and Boyce, the left wing back into the midfield. Southend go, looking again to probe at United in the 40th minute. 5 and a bit minutes plus stoppages to go here in this first half. The Carlisle lead 2-1, but it's a lot more precarious. Southend have definitely grown into it. That's more good play down the left, cut in towards goal. United initially get it away, then further away. Breeze made a save of sorts. It was a cross-come shot that he had to push away, and it fell thankfully to Harper rather than one of the Southend men.
Wow, that was a good reaction there.
They really build their attacks well down the wide, don't they? Here comes the cross in towards goal again. Diving header from Hayden. The referee quite right there, I think, in saying that it's not a high foot, it's a low diving header. Whelan's burnt away from his man here down the left. Great running from him. Gives it infield to Con Clark, slightly behind Con Clark. Sends it out to Josh Williams on the right. Laid off to him. Could get the shot towards goal. Blocked by their man. Carlisle appealing for the handball. Mark Hughes manfully. Their man's down. The referee stopped play, I think, because they've got a head injury and they're calling on the physio. I think it was the man who blocked the shot from Williams. Took it right in the mush. But it should be a drop ball for Carlisle on the attacking area, shouldn't it? Yeah,
it should be so. But what, again, another nice break. Almost executed that ball perfectly, just fell short and then just broke his rhythm of his run. But a fantastic break again. Linney and Colin Clark at the heart of it.
Yeah, Con Clark's sort of running's good, but the ball to him from Linney on that occasion was just slightly behind him, wasn't he? So he just had to backpedal, which allowed them to sort of catch up. If he'd have put it in front of him, he might just have run and shot or shaped to do so and slid in Kelly. Their man will have to go off here. That will reduce them to 10 men, and it's one of their defenders, and the ref will give the ball back to Carlisle high up in the Southend half here. He's asking for the ball. It's with the Carlisle men. He's going to drop it back to United. Well, they've got everyone bar one behind the ball. He was hardly going to drop it to them on the penalty spot or anything, was he? And we're on the edge of the centre circle in the Southend half. 42nd minute. Still 2-1 to United if you're just joining us. Con Clark then Linney giving United the 2-0 lead. Strong handling of Kelly there from the Southend defenders. Their ball forwards. Hayden just got a sort of a slightly too casual leg for me at that one, just trying to cushion it to a teammate. Now Walker comes forwards here. It's another slightly casual moment from United, and the one before led to their goal. Now they're coming down the right hand side with Walker, and his cross is ricocheted back to a Carlisle man, and Carlisle clear up towards Kelly. Good first touch, plays it to Con Clark on the left hand side, needs support, has it down the touchline from Regan Linney, turns away from trouble, then he just looks to dig one out to the right wing in search of Josh Williams. Their defender heads it away away. Carlisle pick it up. That's a slip from their man, even though the home fans are appealing. Mark Hughes thinks it should have been a foul, or he was frustrated for the fact that McCallum didn't manage to capitalise there. Southend have come up towards the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. Coke urged to shoot. Coke does shoot. Good save, Breeze. Pushing it away to his right. Carlisle get the next touch and take it behind for the corner off Davis. Good strike from Coker. Good save from Breeze.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic strike. It didn't even lift off too much off the ground. Good save by Breeze there.
Corner is taken quickly on that far side, trying to get it into the penalty area again. Didn't even have time to write that one down. Right on top Southend here at the moment, trying to find the equaliser in this game after Carlisle ran into a 2-goal lead. Cross in towards goal. United have not managed to block it. Shot comes to the back post, headed away McAdam. There was a man just waiting to head into the open net, and McAdam thankfully got there first. Breeze was not involved at all, wouldn't have been anywhere near it. Thankfully McAdam shut the door.
What reading of the play there by McAdam, because Goodlife was ready just with his mouth open, thinking, yep, I've got this, and a great cover in there to avoid the danger.
Yeah, it really was. Another big chance. They're waiting to take this corner here over in front of the Carlisle fans. Swept in towards the middle of the penalty area. Feeney commandingly wins the header away. Picked up by Taylor. Urged to shoot. Doesn't. Thinks better of it. Works it left hand side again. The corner taker will try and cross in again towards goal. Headed away once more by United. Kept alive though Southend. No one out on that far flank. Kelly needs to be careful. Cut back to the back post. Getting some sort of back heel towards goal. Breeze came out and took it. Man ball and everything.
Yeah. That's what you want, that confidence in that moment where it's just a bit hectic. You want your keeper to come and command again, and he hasn't failed.
I've written it down here. The best way I can think of writing it without doing an essay is McAdam head over or goal. That's the best way I can think of sort of paraphrasing that last break. But here they come again, down that left. Walker's causing a lot of problems now out on the left-hand side. He's quick and he's strong as well, isn't he, the former Burton man? Yeah,
quick, strong, and then very positive with his work there. It's causing us.
We shrugged his man off here, left-hand side of the penalty area. Cuts it back, trying to find one of their other forwards. Dallas has gone out to him, looking to cross again in towards goal, and I think they've got another corner. They are all over Carlisle in the last 30 seconds here of this first half. United just keeping their heads above water at 2-1 up.
Yeah, we have to just knock the stuffing out of this game some way, somehow, in a moment, if we manage to get the possession back.
Right now, just be desperate to get to half-time, still ahead Carlisle United. Corner, could be a left-footed outswinger here, in towards the edge of the penalty area. They've won the head towards goal, and it's gone over the bar again, and it's another nervous moment for Carlisle United, but they can at least see it off and get into time added on here. We're not going to get to see the board here behind us. There we go. It's been shown up now. It's come around to a 7 minutes time added on. I've got that right, haven't I? It's definitely a 7.
Definitely a 7. Definitely a 7.
Because yeah,
that's about right. There's been a few stoppages so far.
We misread. I think the lip of the board made a 9 look like a 4 on Tuesday night, and there was quite a lot of mirth at the fact that we were complaining that this 4 minutes had got to 9 when that's actually what it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone in the world knew it wasn't, except me and Mark Boyd from our commentary vantage point. Back with goalkeeper. 7 minutes time added on then at the end of this first half, and we're 30 seconds into them here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Carlisle United leading by 2-1, and when they went 2-0 up, it was looking like it could be a very comfortable evening for them, but Southend have made it anything but, and they're coming forwards again here. Boyd on perhaps by that time added on at the end of this first half, just turning out to trouble Boys on this occasion. The left wing back looks for a quick give and go, and there's a third man runner down the left if they can use it. No, back to Boys. He's pushed away. Carlisle managed to intercept, and Williams can take Carlisle up the pitch downfield. On to Con Clark. Scored the first, set up the second, but it's been more peripheral as the game has gone on, just because of how Southend have attacked so well against Carlisle United. With their left back Harper now just crossing halfway for Carlisle, gives it back in field to Con Clark, just keeps good possession for Carlisle, whips it out to Archie Davis at right back for United on that far side, and he'll try and come at his man down the right.
Yeah, it's really good to know the moments when to not just to diffuse the game a bit, which is what Carlisle are doing right now. Not going too forward, just building up a little bit, putting the foot on the ball, slowing it down, slowing down.
Harper with a pass in search of Kelly there. Kelly ran wanting to get it around the corner, and Harper played it in behind him and back to the Southend defenders. And the third, what are we on? Second of 5 minutes added on. Scott Morris, the right back, clips it in behind. Hayden needs to make sure he gets this right, and he sort of rather shanks his clearance, but it goes into the fans, and it's effective enough. Not scoring from there. Into the 3rd minute of time added on at the end of this first half. There'll be 7. with their centre half coming forwards here. Taylor thinks about trying to get past his man. He's really got himself a bit of a nosebleed here. I'm not sure he knows what to do. Tries to play it off Gilead. It is there. Gilead spins away from him, gives it into Georgie Kelly. Back to Gilead and Carlisle clear. They dealt with that well, but they've only got it to the edge of their final third. Headed forwards again to the edge of the penalty area here. Carlisle jump up and try and win the header, and then in the end they effectively make the clearance away downfield into the Southend half. Throw into them in the right back position. Very lively first half. Quite impressed actually with the work rate and the combinations in both wide areas of Southend. A criticism I've heard from their own fans is that they just don't have enough up front, and the fact that the wide men and the attacking midfielder have been the one who's contributed most. That said, I think that in particular Walker has been very lively in pulling out wide and helping link up the attacks.
Yeah, and I think they get involved, but they get involved in different areas, and the areas where they're not going to affect and hurt the opposition. You know, Walker's getting pulled out a lot to the wide areas. Then if you're there, who's going to be in the box? And I can see where the frustrations could.
Excellent refereeing there. Archie Davis and Dallas were sort of shoulder to shoulder. I think Dallas got just a smidge in front of him, and then as the ball's going out for a throw, just threw himself down. I don't know if there was any contact at all, or whether it was one of those where he just collapsed like David Luiz used to, and for Arsenal and Chelsea, and not having it. The ref, huge agitation amongst their fans that it wasn't giving us a free kick to Dallas, but the referee not having that, thrown to Carlisle. They'll clear upfield with it. Into the 4th minute with 7 added on. Kelly gets the ball under control. Carlisle, as they look to slash away through McAdam, have it deflected but out of play for a throw-in in that right back position once more. So just managing it a little bit towards the end of this half. Almost up to the going into the 50th minute here we are. So 2 and a bit minutes to go here for United to negotiate, leading 2-1. Very slender lead now after United had opened up a 2-goal lead. Con Clark couldn't quite keep the ball away from 2 of their midfielders. Getting a lot tighter to him now, aren't they? Sensing the danger that he can create. Yeah, just watching a replay of that moment there where their man went down. Dallas just went looking for it. Ball over the top for Southend out to the right wing, but not close enough on this occasion to Gus Scott Morris. This is out to play for a throw to Harper in the left back position for United.
Done really well so far to diffuse that momentum that Southend had moments ago.
Yeah, it's taking a bit of the sting out of them, but they are still pushing, trying to get something late on. Feeney's allowed that to run over him, and it will drift through to Gabe Breeze. Gathers as it goes out of play, I think, so he can pop it to the deck and take as long as he can get away with. Certainly not curtailed by the 8-second rule. 5 minutes now done, 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Carlisle ahead through Con Clark and Linney goals here. Linney's 15th of the season.
Amazing.
More than twice the 7 that Dallas has got, and I think that Dallas, that's a really good return actually from a striker at this stage of the season. Just freakish stuff there as Hayden and Feeney between them deal with that ball forwards. Williams heads it down to Kelly here. Is there something late in this half for Carlisle? Because Kelly's nodded it to Linney. He just didn't really have a plan in his head there and just ran into trouble, and Southend come away on the ball. Trying to go the long way around Linney there, but Linney works back, lets the ball drift out of play for a Carlisle throw-in. Good in the end there from Linney.
Yeah.
Very determined young man. I think just a few words of encouragement from him from Mark Hughes down below. Excellent finish for United's 2nd goal of this game from him after Con Clark had played him in. Gets the throw in here, gives it back to Harper, played downfield to Kelly. Strong work from the defender, but Linney gets onto it, turns and looks outfield. I'm not sure what the crowd was seeing there. I missed wherever that was, but Carlisle have gone onto it down the right hand side here with Archie Davis. Chops inside his man, played towards Con Clark. Great little body swerve, going towards goal. Is this the 3rd? Great save the goalkeeper, fantastic save the goalkeeper, but what a bit of skill that was from Con Clark. It does not deserve to be in the National League, it really doesn't. Dropped his shoulder, burnt in between 2 men, went past the next one, opened up the space, shot you thought for the 3rd goal, and the keeper did fantastically well to keep it out.
Oh, what a turn. He sent the player to the shop, he drove through, and he just thought, goal, and this is going to be such a great goal, and the keeper's trailing leg as he went the other way, it was a good save, but the skill was just scrumptious. What a player. Different class. Unbelievable bit of skill, and it's got Carlisle a very late corner here. Can they get something from this end of the half? Headed away Southend.
That's the 7 minutes time added on done. Southend trying to break away down the left. Carlisle with a very strong tackle there from Davies. The referee has allowed play to go on because they have got the break. It was a strong tackle on that far side. I wonder if there'll be repercussions from that. Carlisle getting back here to stop Dallas getting the clean shot on goal. Gets the shot away. Carlisle turn it out from under their own bar. Out for a throw on this near side. Well, the referee want to talk with the man who made the tackle over there. He's going over to speak to someone. Is it Archie Davis maybe? And it's a yellow card for Davis, who caught their man on the far side, and it's a throw into them. I mean, how much time are we having here? I get that there was a yellow card, but we are almost a minute beyond the 7 added on. And still going here because Southend are on the attack. Davis has now got a yellow card as well for Carlisle United, so that's both right hand side players on yellows as Southend prepare to take the throw up towards the edge of the penalty area. Loose touch from Coker, passes square. Surely the last action of this first half. Ralph trying to get the angle for a shot straight down the throat of Breeze, and as soon as that shot goes in, the ref blows for half time. I wonder why he just carried on playing there. I mean, it gone out of play for a throw in here. You give the yellow card and blow half time. Why give them extra time? We had more than a minute of time beyond the 7 minutes there, Jabbo.
More than enough. And you see many times where refs just blow up before you even get to take a corner or a throw on. So it's not unnormal, for not to do that. And then I'm surprised let it play on for as long as he did. But luckily it didn't go in Southend's favour, so we can go in and debrief now.
Talk to me about Chris Clark.
He's just poetry in motion. Honestly, he's almost like a step ahead. He's seeing pictures before anyone else. It's like, can we keep on his level? But that turn, the player's in the shop. He's just gone to get a couple of bags of crisps and he's gone, and he just drove through. It should have been a goal. It was a trailing leg that of the keeper. A really good save, but it would have been goal of the month for sure.
He should. If there's any criticism when he got there, he didn't find the corner with this one like he did with the opener. He gave the keeper the eyes and sent it the other way, but the keeper just managed to. He just was able to sort of stop his momentum and stick that leg out. It's a really good save, but if it had been in the corner, it'd have been nowhere near it. If there's any criticism. But what it was the fact that the body swerve sent the man, then he went the other way, and it was the acceleration between the next two men, and then I think he even used another man as a sort of a decoy to get his shot off. He's so clever. Something else.
He's just so clever, and he's just seeing things on the pitch before anyone else does. He's just playing with so much confidence and so much freedom. It's just like any young player who should just be watching this guy. The freedom, the way he's just playing like he's in the park. He's just different class. Really, really good player.
It is a slender lead though in the end. If that had gone in, it was 3-1, you'd feel quite strongly about United's chances of coming from here with the win, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you would feel it would have taken all of the wind out the sails of Southend. As it is, they'll probably think, A, we came out really strongly here and we could have been level. B, we should be a further goal behind and we're not. That might just buoy them.
Yeah, definitely. But what we definitely have, we have magicians. We have some people that can conjure something and give you a moment. So as much as Southend have been really giving us the pressure and building the momentum in the attack, on the other hand, give that guy inch of space, he can damage you, and that has to be in the back of Southend's mind.
Keno's been untouched, by the way. Keno 1981, great birth year, mate. It's my year as well. He says I'm giving the TikTok because it's free on TikTok this evening. It's the first professional game broadcast on TikTok via DAZN, and listen to BBC Cumbria ago. But he says the game feed's about 90 seconds behind your commentary. If you listen to us on BBC Sounds, Keno, you can pause us and let us catch up. You can do it during the half time here, so wait for the game to kick off with us, pause it, let the TV to catch up, and then just let it go again, and you'll be married up. That's how I do it, mate. I don't know if you listen on BBC Sounds, but there you go. That's a bit of public service broadcasting for you there. At BBC Cumbria Sport, if you want to get in touch though with your thoughts on anything this evening with this. Con Clark, a masterclass at times tonight. Scored the first, set up the second, has had another shot on two shots on target that the goalkeeper saved, including the free kick. And his play to get Linney away was like a five-a-side goal, wasn't it? They got the overload and he just drew and took all the defenders thinking he's the danger man, and they just lost sight of Linney and he just ghosted into the through ball. And it's not easy though to get that ball to him, right? Is it? It's another good bit of play from Con Clark.
It's a way that all your momentum is going one way, then you have to just like get your foot around the ball and reverse it back in the other direction, which he does with ease, and he makes it look easy. But what you find with him is that he just knows the moments of the game. He knows knows when to lend it and get it and look for it and drop deep and play. That he knows when to get in the pocket and drive. And every decision he's making is the correct one. He's not wasteful. He's intelligent. He's a step ahead of the people around him. It's just can we keep up with his eyes? Can we keep up with his pace? Because the guy is playing like a phenomenon right now.
Apart from the 2 brilliant goals, we continue to concede possession and are looking pretty average, really. Clark should have scored there. We need to be much better second half. There's plenty of goals for us here, says Mike.
I mean, I get his sentiment, but at the same time, you know, when you have special players and in the moments they can produce, sometimes you don't have to be dominating the possession, be all over it, but when you have those moments and you take them, that's all you need.
Sellafield Toothy says cruising 2-0 and Archie Davies has had an absolute shocker since coming on, defending, being torn apart. He's lucky not to have been sent off with a straight red. Get Williams back at right back and Adji Boy on the right, or we'll be off and we'll get beat. The problem is that Williams is also booked, so the pair of them are on yellows. Either of them could go off there, so whoever you put at right back is going to be a bit of a problem here. Ellis, I wonder, is an option. Will Carlisle be able to keep Clark in January, says Kev from Egremont. This is a question that's come up. I'm sure we'll discuss this again on the Carlisle social when we record it on Monday. Our feeling is yes, but who knows? Darren McAntony started saying things, hasn't he? Who knows? We'll come back to your correspondence. Nil, I think it is. Let me just check in the game at Sunderland. No, in fact it's not. I'm sorry to tell you, Chavo.
Oh, wow.
Sunderland have taken the lead. Ballard with the goal. Daniel Ballard with the goal. Sunderland 1, Arsenal 0. Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Start to the season at the Stadium of Light for Sunderland.
Wow.
49,000 Mackems going raj for that one, I've no doubt. Sunderland 1, Arsenal 0. Their fantastic home form continues.
Wow, Sunderland are not mucking around. No, not could they actually be doing a Leicester this season? Who knows? Who knows?
Now that would be some story. Right, let's just turn our attention away from this commentary on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport for a second. Carlisle lead 2-1, Linney and Clark goals. Earlier in the day, Barrow managed to get back and draw 2-2 with Grimsby. Andy Wing is the Barrow boss, and he spoke to Adam Johnson after the game.
Oh, Andy, no doubt a relieved figure getting a point from that game in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, to start we didn't start the game very well. To be fair, I'm kicking myself really. I take responsibility for us being 2-0 down, to be perfectly honest, because when I seen their team sheet, I knew they'd change. I knew what the formation they were going to change to. They've played 4-3-3. They changed to a sort of a 3-5-2 today, and I should have changed. Well, told the lads, I thought see how we go, but it was too late. We're 2-0 down, then changed the shape, and I thought we grew into the game, got better and better. I thought we looked, but saying that, we didn't win first contacts, we didn't win second balls, we didn't win duels. First half, I thought we were weak. Considering how good a footballing team they are, I thought they bullied us first half. Rose and Green, etc., bullied us. Cumbria, running in behind, looked a threat. But I thought second half we brought Naz on, we brought Kano on. I think we looked more like us in terms of off the ball. We're aggressive off the ball. We looked like men as well off the ball. And we had a right go, and I think in the end, we were right on the ascendancy. I thought we were going to go and win the game, but I think after 2-0 down against a very, very good team, it's a really good point.
As you say, you say about taking responsibility for the system, but there's only so much, isn't there, that you can do. The defending for both those goals certainly will have been something that disappointed you.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I always look at myself first. I should have gone with my gut. Because I just knew, especially Green running off the back of us when we played Swindon and Tranmere. They played sort of similar formation, and obviously I'm just disappointed we were 2-0 down before I made the change. I was kicking myself really, but then we changed it, changed the shape a little bit. We dealt with Green. I thought Charlie McCann was outstanding today. We dealt with him. We looked a little bit better. Connor up alongside sort of Josh, and then but obviously Kano on at half time, changed it slightly again, started the second half, and it seemed to work. And look, we know there's loads to improve, but there's loads for us to be pleased about. That's one defeat in 10 now. We've gone against some real good teams at the minute, and we're getting results. We're not just marrying the whole game together at the moment. We're really good in different spells, like first half to second half. So we just have to marry that together. But even at 2-0, I always thought there's something about us now. I think with subs coming off the bench, you can change the game. I think I think when we sort of get in at half time and we talk about it, there's a reaction from everybody as well. So really pleased in that aspect. Obviously not the start of the game, but really pleased, with the end of it really.
It's the touch of luck and fortune maybe shining your way, isn't it? Which hasn't been there a lot of times this season, but with the 2 goals, just that luck starting to fall in your place.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we're getting in the right areas. We've been asking our midfielders to get up and join in a lot more. So it's great to see them both score today. We've all got to contribute for goals. I thought second half we looked dangerous from set pieces. Rax has got a free header. The second half, Charlie Raglan had a free header first half, straight at the goalkeeper. But we looked a lot more dangerous. Obviously, Naz coming back on as well. Kano in there. We looked a big, strong team second half. So there's loads of bits to like, loads of bits to improve on. Yes, I'd say rubber the green. We deserve that. Look, we've had. I see loads of goals every game. That's pot shots and it's deflected in. I just don't think we have enough shots, especially at home or away. I think we're one of the lowest in the league at home for shots on target, and we've talked a lot about that this week. So getting shots off and from slight deflections or goalkeeper etc. We've got to obviously keep looking into that area, and especially our midfielders joining in a little bit more, which we did today, and really pleased with that.
Was it a disappointment for you that having got the equaliser, you couldn't get out of the blocks that little bit extra to maybe go on and get the winner?
Yeah, the game became a little bit scrappy then, and I think that didn't help us with the ascendancy within it. We couldn't get Mike on the ball 1v1 enough. We just couldn't get to grips. We just couldn't get hold of the ball, and it became a little bit scrappy. I was hoping for probably more set pieces because I felt we looked really dangerous from wide free kicks, from corners. They're unbelievable on the counter attack, and they've nearly caught us at the end. But other than that, I thought we were in the ascendancy to go and win the game in the last 15-20 minutes after the goal. Josh had a great chance. I think Noob's, he's been kicked in the face and sort of probably too honest and stayed on his feet, and then obviously Josh hits it wide. But all in all, I don't think we can grumble with a draw, especially against a top team, especially against being 2-0 down, so there's stuff to be pleased about.
No doubt what hasn't helped throughout the whole of the game is a referee that seemed to want to make the game a lot about himself at times with some of the decisions.
Yeah, frustrated. I think both teams would say that. I could see them being really frustrated. I think we were. There were so many inconsistent fouls, baffling decisions at times. Look, I think it was a late change as well, wasn't it? In terms of the referee, it was a different ref that we expected. It was a late change this morning. I don't know if that affected it at all, but yeah, another disappointing, kind of ruined the flow of the game against 2 decent teams, to be fair. Especially second half, but we can't grumble with that. We have to move on and see where we are next week.
Certainly the sign of the character of your team, though, isn't it, falling into place to come back from behind in the manner that you have done, and to get something from the game. Yeah,
look, honestly, I think it's the quality now we've got within the squad, the strength we've got in the squad, on the bench as well. Like I said, I always believe we can get back into the game. I think the environment we've got now, I think, you've been at a training ground, and there's a real good feel about the place at the minute, in terms of the lads getting on with each other, being a really good environment to work in every day, and working hard on the training pitch. It all starts there, and that's carrying onto the pitch. I'm not saying about it before, but I thought that weren't great. I seen the atmosphere and the way we trained when I first come in. Look, it takes time, and we're getting a really good environment, a really good work ethic on the training pitch. Everyone buying into it. We work a lot on the opposition, obviously on ourselves, and there's no coincidence that we're bang on there, and now we're producing on the football pitch, which is great.
Pleasing to see your captain back on the pitch as well after such a long layoff.
Yeah, look, I didn't envisage him coming on at half time, to be perfectly honest. He's just walking past us now, so great question to ask. But yeah, I thought he was outstanding when he came. We just looked, obviously big. We looked a strong outfit. We looked like men second half, and Kano coming on as well. Obviously worried then for sort of Cumbria going 1v1, so we just obviously changed it slightly in terms of to protect him a little bit, especially being his first game. You're looking at Bromley next week. It's going to be a massive battle, and it's great that he's got some minutes today for us to go and before next week we look more dangerous at set pieces when he's in the team as well. So really, I think he's just a great lad, real good captain. Real good to see him out there today.
And a big week for you now, isn't it? I mean, you mentioned that Bromley game on the horizon. The full week to work on that game.
Yeah, again, I've got to try not to overthink it, because I think I've tried everything against them, and in the last 3 years, obviously the sort of Wembley game when we lost on penalties, and other games that we've played against them. So we know it's a really tough game, and won again today. It's really strong, good on set pieces. I'm sure we'll see you, boys. I'm sure we'll be working on that a lot this week, and then we'll crack on for next week, and obviously take this good form into it.
Andy Wing there speaking to Adam Johnson, and Anne's been on. A Barrow fan says, well done, thought Grimsby the best team we've seen here, came back well after being 2-0 down, entertaining game, keep the run going, so says Anne. Carlisle and the home side Southend just coming back out below us, just going through the paces down below. Mike of the Nails has been on and says, hi James, Southend look fit buggers, mate. That last 20 minutes was hell for us. That Ray, can't see us winning this one. Hope I'm wrong though. I suppose the ray of light in that tough last 20 minutes for Carlisle was when Con Clark got away with that break. Out of nothing, Carlisle created the best chance since either of the teams scored. And with that sort of explosive quality, United have always got a chance, even if Southend do go through spells of intense pressure.
That's it right there. We have players that can deliver moments, and great moments in that. So as much as Southend are putting the pressure on and laying down the marker, we have moments, we have special players, and there's always a chance when you've got those characters within your team.
Gary's been on as well on X to @BBC Cumbria Sport, says nerve-wracking game, both teams look nervous at the back, Chris Con-Clark everywhere, Davies needs to sort himself out, been awful, wonder if he was benched because of illness. It is a possibility, isn't it, that they've he's not sort of out, but they've swapped him with Williams, not quite right, and now he's on with Williams on the right. And Carlisle have got to be careful of that right hand side, haven't they, because both of them on yellow cards, and there's a lot coming down Southend's left, so it's going to be a nervous second half as we get back underway here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Southend kicking us off. Carlisle will attack the end to our right, so they'll go from left to right in front of us. I think it's the other way around for anyone watching on the TV stream as well, as they come over the top here with the ball in for Walker, getting in behind Carlisle. Feeney's got there and he hasn't managed to get it behind all too convincingly, and it was a bit of a mess there. Gabe Breeze gesticulating at someone. I don't quite know how Walker got through. Feeney seemed to have got across it, but slightly overran it, and Walker got a shot away, and Breeze has had to save it.
Yeah, there was a bit of miscommunication or something there, but we've managed to deal with it by hook or by crook.
Not a competent start to the second half. Inside 30 seconds, a corner to Southend, left-footed in-swinger in towards the back post. Carlisle have got to win the header. They've won the header, but Breeze saves it. It's the number 2, I think it was. They've got up and won the header at the back post there, and then the ball out from Breeze has gone beyond Con Clark, and possession just goes straight back to Southend, who will come again. Still Sunderland 1, Arsenal 0 elsewhere in the scores this evening. That one's at half-time. Carlisle United 2-1 up here, but it feels very nervy against a Southend side who've got a lot of running and fitness. Ralph bringing them forwards here from the left of their back 3. Carlisle have had to make one change, with Davies coming on in the first half for an injury to Luamba. He's gone to right back, and Josh Williams has pushed forward to right wing. And Carlisle have got a free kick for an offside as Southend had come forwards down the left. So right back is Davies, left back Harper, Feeney and Hayden in the middle of the defence, Breeze in goal, anchoring midfielders McAdam and Gilead, Con Clark in the pocket behind Kelly, and then Williams and Linney wide. The home side, Hayes in goal, Taylor, Goodliff and Ralph the back 3, the midfield 5 from right to left, Scott Morris, Coker, Miley, Austin boys, and up front Dallas and Walker, as Kelly's brought the ball down in real tight space. Con Clark trying to take it on. Kelly looked to charge through his man. Southend have got away down the left of their defence. Onto it Davies. Strong work here from Aaron Hayden. Clears away down the right touchline. Heavy one, but Carlisle, well, no, won't go after it, Kelly, and it's going to drift behind for a goal kick to Southend.
Honestly, Kelly's work sometimes goes unnoticed. The way he brings people into play, he just is magnificent. I'm a big fan of his work. Big fan.
Very strong guy, isn't he? Works very hard for the team.
He does. Just links play, whereas like sometimes it goes forward and it's just flicked on. He really tries to really look after that ball and lend it well and build from it.
Dare I say, and I'm not averse to outlandish comparisons, there's a bit of a Jabbo Ibri about the way he plays. Just really wants to work hard and make things happen. One of their men's gone down in the midfield with a head injury, so the ref stops play and urges the physio on. But right in this moment in time, he's not the main goal threat for Carlisle United, but he's an enormous part of the link play for them, isn't he? You can see why he's in ahead of Armstrong right now, because Armstrong, I think he's right now probably more of a goal threat with the way they play with him and they really press and like interchange, but he's a pivot, isn't he, up front? Yeah,
100%, and he's unselfish, and he does some work that helps the other people around him to be more of a goal threat, and he's understanding his role in the team, which he's doing magnificently. And sometimes, the striker, you just think he has to score, but they offer sometimes different weapons within the game, and it definitely works.
Their player's gone off after treatment, so they're momentarily down to 10. Carlisle get the ball dropped back to them by the ref as Davies brings it forwards down the right wing here. Really determined running from Archie Davies up towards the edge of the penalty area. Takes his man on. This is an amazing run. Then chops inside another one here on the right hand side of the penalty area in towards goal. Little flick at the near post from Con Clark, and the defender did brilliantly to get across. I think the keeper might have been beaten there at the near post, but the defender slid in at the last second and got it behind for the Carlisle corner. Great running from Archie Davies.
A great running. Don't know what he had at half time, but boy, giving the boost down there. What magnificent running. Chopped the player. Lely made a great ball across the face of the goal near post for Con Clark to get a goal there.
I reckon he had his half-time spinach, didn't he?
Definitely had something.
Forward with the energy of Popeye there down the right-hand side was Davies for Carlisle United. Ask your parents if you don't know what I'm talking about.
What's Popeye?
Con Clark with the corner for Carlisle. Right-footed outswinger in towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Headed away by them. Carlisle pick it up again left-hand side with Harper. Good defending from Southend initially. Played back towards Williams on halfway, taking no chances. Controls and goes back to Gabe Breeze. He'll thrash away downfield. And United will try and come again with Kelly under this long ball forwards. Defended it very well against him there, Ralph. Headed on by Carlisle in the midfield, but volleyed away again by Southend. Davies with a slightly casual touch there out towards Con Clark, and it allows Austin to get on the ball, and Dallas will try and move Southend forwards. Lays it off back into the midfield. They've got a man over on the right hand side. It's the attacking fullback Scott Morris. Gus Scott Morris coming forwards here towards the edge of the area. Chips one on, looking for one of the running midfielders. Carlisle hook away and get onto it with Kelly. Just touch let him down on that occasion. We waxed lyrical about him, but he should have done better there. Then Con Clark is evaded. Good running out the midfield from Southend. Over to this left hand side, and their goal scorer Austin looks to cross left foot in towards the back post. Helped under the ball was the Southend man by one of the Carlisle defenders. Picked up again though on that right flank by Southend. Looking to go at the Carlisle United area once more. Little pass around the corner. United got in and managed to make the tackle there. It was Gilead, was it, who got across and made the tackle, or maybe McAdam. Cannot tell them apart at distance, Jab. I don't know if you can. Crossing again from the right here towards Southend. Head towards goal. Drifts beyond the back post. Goal kick, Carlisle United. It was a header from 15 yards, and just about Carlisle will be comfortable if they can limit Southend to things like that. But they mass and are ominous at times when they come forwards.
Yeah, they go forward in numbers, and they know what they're doing. They know how they're trying to score their goals, and they're very good at doing it. So we have to just stay very switched on, keep our distances correct. But so far, so good.
I'm extremely jealous of our colleagues from BBC Essex with those mic covers they've got for their lent mics. They're very fancy, they are, aren't they? I think I've just taken a picture.
Yeah.
Paul Newton's going to be getting an email saying we need some of these. We need to up our game, our gear.
They look like 21st century covers there, you know what I mean? They look really cool.
Yeah. Thrown on the left hand side. Fourth official trying to stop the defender going any further forwards, and that's interesting. The manager really unhappy there. The fourth official stepped across the path of his player there, and their manager was unhappy. Interesting one, that. Isn't fourth official allowed to step onto the pitch to block a player?
I don't think so.
No. The ref didn't intervene. Good turn there from Walker for Southend, and the free kick's gone to them, middle of the Carlisle half. Well, he was just about to foul, in truth. Sunderland still leading Arsenal by a goal to nil. Carlisle a couple of minutes ahead of that game here, into the 52nd minute, I think. I needed my 2 goals to 1. Southend again with another attack. Longest advert in the world on the board away to our right. I'm just looking to make absolutely sure of the stadium time. To the 53rd minute we go now. Free kick. Carlisle just being orders barked at them by Fourth official by their coaching staff as they get to the ball at the back post, heading towards goal, and Carlisle saved it brilliantly. Oh, Walker got there and he headed down, it was cut back to him and he headed down, and I honestly thought it was 2-2, and somehow Breeze emerges with the ball.
He really does, and as a striker you're always told to head down and try and get the bounce, and that occasion he probably should have headed it straight and it probably would have scored. So a good save, good reaction save by Breeze, and we're still maintaining our lead. Oh, there we go.
And Carlisle win it high up here. Chance to try and get at Southend and punish them for missing those chances. Out to the right wing, and Williams has support inside. Linney's come over to this right touchline, McAdam as well. Davis looking for an option in field, not quite on, so gives it to McAdam, goes back into Feeney, passed across the defensive line. United just in the furthest players back. That's a nice pass into the midfield from Hayden there, onto McAdam, further on in search of Kelly, but the ball not quite good enough. Got to be better there, and he's onto something, pinning his man and running towards goal. United charge down the clearance, then Conclark slips as he looked to get onto the ball. That allows Southend to try and get out, and they do down this left hand side. Linney coming over trying to stop his man clearing, ball over the top, drops in towards Davis, gets the head, enough purchase on it back towards Gabe Breeze, did well.
On occasion, like, you know, George Kelly can really pin the ball, so that ball has to just be the right ball for him instead of just like he's pinning the defender. So make that ball, give him a chance for him to make it stick, and a couple of times it's just not been good enough, that forward pass into him.
Boys back heel, picks out Austin, crosses into the Carlisle penalty area. Feeney heads up, not away. They'll try and get onto it again with one of their midfielders. Drops on the edge of the box there. Their right wing back trying to wriggle away from his man, left and right. Manages to find the pass out to Coker, edge of the area, coming forwards. Thought about the cross, went instead for the pass. Managed to get that shot towards goal, which Carlisle got over through Hayden and blocked behind. It's more good defending from Aaron Hayden. Great to see him back in the team and playing this well for Carlisle. He's having to, because Southend are really coming at Carlisle again here in the second half, and we're only in the 55th minute.
Really good defending there, because he could have moved his body and went to make a block earlier, but he knew, he felt what the attacker was going to do there, so he just stopped with any movement and just used his body well to block the opportunity there. Well done, Aaron.
Southend are ready to take the corner on the far side. Feels much more likely that they'll equalise than Carlisle will extend their lead at the moment. Under a lot of pressure here, Carlisle. Driven ball in towards the edge of the area, head towards goal. It was a clever manoeuvre, and it's raked the roof of the net as it's gone over. Really clever stuff there. I think it was Gus Scott Morris with the header from the edge, something they've worked on. He just held his run, pinged towards him and got the header towards goal. Good angle, but over the bar.
Yeah, very well executed. You can see that's something they've worked on at the training ground. Fortunately, it just went over the bar, but you know, now we're aware of it. They probably won't use that one again, but we've got to stay resolute and switched on, for the piling on the pressure on us at the moment.
Yeah, United have got to find a way to do something a bit differently here, because the ball just keeps coming back, and here it comes again. Long lamp down the middle. Kelly got nowhere near it, and they'll try and play it. Carlisle looking to get in behind. Davis gets the afterburners on. The striker's gone around him. He's gone over in the penalty area, and the referee's given a free kick right on the corner of the area. I don't think that's a... Oh, it was close to a penalty. Is Archie Davies going to be in further trouble here? They were calling off. The man ran around him and got down very easily. We'll get to see the replay of this in a moment. Jabo Ibrahim, I mean, we've just seen the replay. The feed is, as we know, is a long way behind us. Just seen that header towards goal that's gone wide, and we'll get to see them come down the other end in a moment's time. And that chance, it's given us a free kick right on the left-hand side of the penalty area. I think they want a penalty, and they maybe want a red card, a second yellow. Here we go, look. Header, ball lifted forwards. You keep your eyes on the game, make sure I'm not missing it here. As it's played over the top here, Davies is in a good position. Man goes across him, and he went right over it. I feel like he sort of used his body for strength. He seems to just go over the leg. I mean, I can see why they'd want it, but I also can see why Davies feels it wasn't a foul. It was just strength.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was harshly given, to be fair.
Dallas, the man who went down, they've got a free kick. It's about level with the penalty be at, right on the left-hand side of the Carlisle penalty area. They're preparing to take the free kick, swept in towards goal. United deflect it at source. Williams will try and get away here on the break. Totally taken out on the edge of the area there. Free kick to Carlisle. Here's the replay of the actual incident. So Davies thinks he's got the ball under control. It takes an unfortunate bounce, and then it's in the area. If it's anything, it's a penalty. It's not a free kick, I'll say that. Shoulder to shoulder, he went down Dallas, but for me, that's in the area. I was kind of surprised at the time when the ref pointed. I thought it was penalty.
And they got away with one there.
Dodged a bit of a bullet there, Carlisle United. I'm not sure it was a foul, but having given it, I'm not sure it's a free kick. I think it's a penalty. Free kick forwards for Carlisle then. Trying to win it on the edge of the Southend area. McAdam trying to keep it alive. Southend head away again. It's going to drop over McAdam. Davies in the tangle with his man. Has got to be careful here. He's maybe one foul away from a second yellow. Great tackle, Gilead there. The man really got a piece of him, but man and ball and all of that. Little touch around the corner from Linney to Con Clark, left hand side, goes around his man, gets it back from Georgie Kelly, and the referee's pulled it back. Good spot there, taken out as he looked to go. He tried to commit to go after it, Chris Con Clark, but just couldn't get away. And Con Clark's going to need physio. And who's coming on here for Carlisle United? Jack Ellis is coming on. I think it'll be for Archie Davies, won't it? Yeah, Davies is going to have to go back off, so subbed on, sub back off again, struggling a bit tonight. And I don't think he's seen it's his board. Arsenal have equalised. Bukayo Saka with the goal, the wonderful Bukayo Saka, who's going to lead England to glory this summer, isn't he, Jabbo?
We hope so. The old star boy.
Wonderful player.
Really nice guy. Just a nice footballer, isn't he? No one could, you get footballers that could be hated. You can't hate on Saka.
No.
He's a real nice guy. Living his dream.
And that change coming in the 59th minute. And the subbed. I reckon the correspondent was probably right on the illness thing there, but he's on the yellow, just almost giving a penalty away. One foul away from you'd think being off. That's a good decision. Ellis will go to right back for Carlisle and just shores things up. Con Clark steps over the free kick, lifted in Harper, it's really poor, drops to McAdam, edge of the area, just lifts one in towards the back post, no one there, the head away might just break Carlisle's way, but it hasn't. United feel there was a handball in there, appealing. Smashed away by Southend. Carlisle throw just inside the Southend half on the left. Still leading 2-1. Ellis has played right back, left back, centre half, centre mid, and he's been pretty good in every position. And he's back to right back for United this evening. I think that's a shrewd move, and if not getting enough out of Williams as the game draws on, we might see Adjiboy. Here comes Ellis marauding forwards from that right hand side, ball down the line, looking for McAdam. That's a foul. McAdam got around his man, and it's not shoulder to shoulder. If it's shoulder to shoulder blades, mate, if you can see his number and you push him on it, it's a foul, and you can appeal as much as you like and play up to the crowd, but you've given away a free kick to Carlisle.
Very, very silly as well. Very, very silly. A naive free kick there to give away.
Know your opponent. McAdam's not going to dance past him there, is he? He'll be able to get back and cover him. Gives United a free kick on this right touch line. Chance for them to grind down the clock a little bit as we get up to the... we're just going to the final half an hour of this match now, just into the 61st minute. Con Clark on the right touch line. Harper's there as well. So again, it's the right or left foot delivery. What can United do in that penalty area and with this free kick? 61st minute. Fireworks again behind that stand with the Carlisle fans in. Here comes the Con Clark ball in towards goal. Goes beyond everyone. Carlisle feel that there was a touch off the Southend men, and the throw's gone the other way. And then he wants to take it, but the referee's ignoring him. He might have been trying to bluff in there because he didn't exactly protest, did he?
No.
They're all cheats and liars.
You can always tell, innit? You can always tell.
I'll rephrase that. You're all cheats and liars. You guys know when it's not your ball and you peel anyway. What chance a ref's got? Every footballer does it, I might hasten to add. At every level. Playing the game, they call it when you're doing it. Cheating when it's someone on the opposition side. Throw down the right here for Southend as they look to get out. Didn't quite make enough of that. Just maybe slightly too high, that whip ball in. If we will see Adjiboy for Williams on this right, try and get a bit more attacking purpose for Carlisle, or maybe Armstrong. Maybe they'll rejig with Armstrong, we shall see. Here come Southend, they're up to the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. Boy's trying to take on his man. Ellis is standing up to the task here. He's trying to bluff and show one way and the other. He gets a sort of cross in, but Carlisle turn it away. Kelly gets across his man. Fantastic, big, strong ham of a forearm out there just to hold his man off. Turns, gets into the tackle in the end, but gets the throw in for Carlisle United. The defender thought he was getting there first, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think it was Goodliff, was it? And he just put out a big arm and just said, nah.
Puts out the iron bar across you. Wait there, please. I'll deal with this. And just reliable. It allows the team just to get up the pitch, and he does it so well.
A ham of a forearm, wasn't it, that the defender just couldn't get around. Ball drops in the midfield, and long switch ball out to the left there was a good one from McAdam. It allows Harper to bring the ball forwards down that left wing onto Linney, tight on the touchline, being booed. Not entirely sure why. And it's sent forwards by Hayden. Fairly routine ball though that Southend deal with. They play away down the right, and stayed in play. No, throw to Carlisle on the halfway. Dallas couldn't retrieve it. 63rd minute. Clock watching, another change coming here, and it's a change for the home side. They're bringing on Keenan Appiah-Forson. He'll come on for Austin, the goal scorer. One of the changes from their draw last time out. He goes on for Austin, who's just back into the team. So the former West Ham man, on loan at Dagenham as well on his football upbringing. Now back into midfield, but it's a lively midfielder.
Yeah, it looks lively, just the way he's just running on there, the way he's bobbing around, the way the crowd's kind of cheered a bit.
Yeah, popular. Yeah, popular by the sounds of things. I'll try and get away at Carlisle United. Good running down the right again here with Gus Scott-Morris. Carlisle step over, and Aaron Hayden's not managed to stop his man. They'll get to the byline, cross towards the back post. Carlisle need to win this next contact. Drops, shot towards goal. Carlisle repel it. Williams got back for Carlisle and got it behind there. Hayden tried to come over and tackle his man and somehow missed man and ball, and he carried on down the right, got the cross in, and United in a bit of danger there, but thankfully just about keeping their heads above water as Southend go in search of this equaliser. It is nip and tuck at the moment though for Carlisle United. Southend have a lot of attacking threat in towards goal at the near post. Poor corner. Carlisle head away and then go chasing after it. Southend will pick it up on the left touchline as they look to come forwards. Forced back towards goal though. Strange outside of the right foot pass there from the centre half that for 1 minute I didn't think was going to make it. Long lift forwards from Southend. Carlisle get onto it here with Ellis. Gets a right. It's Harper actually. Gets a right old shove in the back, and then he's overplayed and he's giving the ball back to Southend. Trying to win the throw off his man there. He's just given possession back over. Maybe should have just put that one out for a throw to Southend. Carlisle monstering across there with Linney. Came and took the ball off Appiah-Forson. And it's out to play for a throw on halfway for the home side Southend. Carlisle just not sharp enough out to the man there. I don't know where Williams was, but a bit too easily on the near side in the left back position to get the throw-in into one of the midfielders.
Williams is looking like he's tiring a little bit and switching off slightly.
Well, he's got two men over here to deal with. Look, I'm not entirely sure why our right winger is dealing with both of their wide men. Where has Ellis gone as they're going to try and get the cross in towards goal at the back post? Header into the middle and flashed away in there by Feeney for Carlisle. Further away in there, picked up edge of the box, trying to get the shot. Double ricochet. Carlisle make another tackle. They appeal for a penalty because Appiah-Forson goes down. Nothing doing, says the ref. Forwards it goes again. Carlisle losing the battle. Broken to Dallas offside. Puts it wide anyway. Goal kick, free kick on the edge of the area. That was very close, very close. And I just can't understand. No one needs to be talking to Williams here. I cannot understand how our right winger is dealing with both of their wide midfielders.
Yeah, it was very apparent to see in that moment when you said it a moment ago. And I think Ellis was just has gone in too quickly and has left Williams with two players. There's nothing he could really do there. So they need to communicate that a bit better.
Entirely. Ellis seemed to be picking up one of the central forwards. I'm not entirely sure what Hayden and Feeney's barking out a lot and things here, but I feel a lot of sympathy for Williams there. I don't know why he's marking both of their left hand side players when he's our right winger. Not saying you don't come in and help out, but help out, not deal with everyone.
Yeah.
Ball forward to Kelly, can't deal with it. Quite a few things are bouncing off him now, and Carlisle aren't managing to keep the ball enough up there. Do they change the way they're doing things? Do they get an Armstrong on an Najib Boy, try and press their front line? Do they try and go on the attack to try and stop being so much on the defence?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe we need to, being a bit reactive rather than sort of like, setting the precedent and giving them something to think about.
Great block Ellis there as the man was looking to turn it around the corner, boys. Just came in and got across and blocked it back out of play for a throw to Southend. Left back position, creeping down the touchline, boys. Harry Boys, signed from Sheffield United in the summer. Flick on from McAdam. Breaks kindly for their midfielder Coker, and nice sidestep in defence there from Taylor, away from Con Clark. Elegant footwork there from the defender, and it gets them going forwards again. Southend up towards the edge of the area. Ellis wins his head. Williams in the strangled tackle there. Now Ellis steps away, gives it into Kelly. Good layoff from him into Gilead on the edge of the area, and Carlisle work it out to the left hand side. Good play. Still a long way from even halfway. Passed in field to Gilead again. Gilead steps around his man and drives into the space, going forwards for Carlisle United. Slip ball in towards Kelly, goes through on goal, and it was a right shove in the back there. The goalkeeper was getting out anyway, I think the ref might have felt, but it was a fairly hefty shove in the back there. If it had collapsed and fallen into the goalkeeper there, the ref would have had a decision to make. Of course, they don't make it unless you fall down, Jabbo.
Of course, And it was a shove. I just feel he might be able to get onto that pass a bit quicker, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe the angle different from pitch level as Hayden stopped across his man there brilliantly. Walker's been very eager and willing running, but as he went to get onto that one, Hayden just made a brick wall between him and the ball, and it drifts through to Breeze. Still 1-1 Sunderland Arsenal, but 2-1 Carlisle lead here. But if this finishes 2-1, I'm not sure we're going to have any fingernails left, Jabbo, because Southend are coming with gusto to try and get their equaliser. Williams just hasn't carried the ball there. He does look tired, and they're breaking forwards again at Carlisle United. Ellis has got to work back here to get with Harry Boyes. Ball goes out towards Boyes on the left. Ellis is going to have to work hard to get into a position to block the cross. Boyes chops inside him, sends the ball in towards goal. Feeney wins the header away, drops on the edge of the area. Con-Clark gathers, hooks downfield. Kelly sidesteps his man. Can he lay it off? Yes. Con-Clark, what a ball that is, out to Williams down the right hand side. Can he get onto it going forwards? Fantastic running here from Williams. He's in on goal. He's overrun it and he's blasted it over the bar. Oh, it just got away from him with the final touch. It was an absolutely brilliant ball from Con-Clark. Drilled in behind, meter of the foot, slid it in behind the fullback. The fullback knew he couldn't touch him, otherwise he'd be down, it'd be a red card. Williams got there, but his touch, the final touch before the shot, was too heavy, too close to the goalkeeper, and then he had to rush it and he shot over. Another big chance though.
Big chance again. A great ball, good running, but the last touch and the way his body was positioned, he came up too straight with the ball, and it was never going to get the angle to pull it in any corner. And then when the keeper came rushing out, he just rushed and just got a toe poke, whatever he got on it, and it went over the bar. Didn't really look confident going through either, but good running by him, good honest work.
He looked like a right back, didn't he?
Yeah. At that moment he did.
And they're calling on what's going on here. I'm not sure what's going on. I think they're appealing that something should have been some form of a card there or something. Georgie Kelly's livid. I didn't, in truth, because I was looking at the Williams situation. I didn't actually see what happened there. Carlisle have got a free kick on halfway, and I think they're livid that there's been no further action. Their manager's in the ear of the fourth official. The Carlisle players don't look happy. Hayden lifts it forward out towards Lilly on the left wing, and it's comfortable head back towards goal. Well defended actually there by Gus Scott Morris. Cross to left wing back Boyes. It's dropped in behind. Feeney's going to have to be careful here and plays it away, and caught as he did so, and he turns and makes that appeal to the ref.
Ref needs to kind of get a bit of a grip on this.
He's letting a lot go, isn't he? And it'll boil over if he's not careful. Oh, Williams just watching the replay of him as he got through there. Throwing on the left of the Carlisle penalty area here for Southend. Into the middle of the Carlisle half with Ralph. Just looks to stand one up towards the back post. United need to get the next contact and do. Drops here towards Gilead, trying to run away down the left, gets it to Linney, carries on his run down that left hand side, working very hard here, but look how fast Appiah Forson is. Gilead was once a winger, those days are long gone, and Appiah Forson left him for dead.
Yeah, you can kindly say that. It was a race they didn't want to get involved in.
Ball with Southend on the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. 26th minute of this second half. Southend just moving it around, looking to come at United again. Just feel like wave after wave of Southend. Carlisle are doing what they can to try and slow it and get down the other end and make something happen, but they have had a couple of really presentable breaks. Oh, Ellis has trod on the ball as he looked to control it there, and it's given possession back to Southend on the edge of the area. 72nd minute, still leading 2-1, but it does feel like a very delicate lead at the moment. Southend lifts the ball out to the left wing again, and they found Boyes in space. I can't work out how the wing backs are in so much space again. Header away, drops on the edge of the area. Carlisle get the next touch. Thankfully clear, but picked up again. Boyes might take the shot on his right foot. Does, deflects, drops in towards the man on the left here. Carlisle should get there through Williams and clear down the right touchline, but out of play for a throw into Southend. Right on the edge of the Carlisle penalty area once more. This just feels like too much time for United to survive this, Jabbo. Need to change something somehow here.
Yeah, you can just smell it. You can just smell it. We need to change something, because inevitable may just happen.
It does feel that way. Thrown again to Southend after they took that one, and Carlisle battered it out for another throw. Little pop pass round the corner, space for the cross in towards goal, should be in his Gabe Breeze. He'll look to deliver away down this right-hand side here towards Conclaw, but just not got enough. It was too much of a loft and not enough of a drill out to the wing. That's what Conclaw needed and wanted, and he turns back and looks acrimoniously towards Gabe Breeze.
Right idea, just the poor choice of execution with his kick.
Their goalkeeper lashes it to the right wing. That's more the sort of ball Carlisle were after, and it's broken to them. Picked up by Walker, out on the right, comes out to Hayden, spins away from him, looks into that penalty area. Good running this from Walker again, trying to get around his man. Carlisle trying to block 2 or 3 times, in the end just about managed to do it. And then Linney picks the ball up and will gather and take away down the left. Can he chop and go around his man? Trying to. Good tackle on him though. And Southend will come forwards at Carlisle United again. Taylor, the centre right of their back 3, trying to carry the ball upfield. United being a little bit overrun on the edge of the area again here by Southend. Pass square, finds Dallas, edge of the box for Southend. Carlisle just trying to get back into defensive positions. Out on the right touchline again, they're chasing shadows at the moment. Should step in here with McAdam. All he can do is clear it away. Kelly's very deep, trying to help out defensively. They just pick it up on halfway once more. Southend and will come again. Siege stuff this for Carlisle United, just trying to keep them at bay. Could do with David Crockett in there at the moment. Coker picks it up though for Southend, looking to find the route through once more. Centrally they go, then back out to the right wing. United almost able to intercept through Linney, but not quite, and it finds its way to that right touchline. Taylor picks it up, might lift one in from deep, thinks better of it, goes back out to that right touchline again. Down the line they go, trying to get the long way around Carlisle United. Good chop play from Appiah Forson. Carlisle should have been able to get a body across there to defend. McAdam's clearance taken by one of their men, and then as Conclaw plays it back into his own penalty area, I think he drew the foul out there, and that's clever play from him because he passed it hopefully back into the area and just knew that the tackle was coming. I think they were expecting him to dwell on the ball, weren't they? And now Gabe Breeze has sat down in the 6-yard area, the old cheat code in football at the moment. There'll be absolutely nothing wrong with him. Carlisle just trying to have a breather and reorganise here, and I think everyone in the ground knows it, but unfortunately the rules don't currently allow for officials to do anything about it. There'll be nothing wrong with Gabe Breeze other than Carlisle trying to get a breather.
Yeah, and some much needed information coming from the touchline to the players, because something needs to slightly tweak a little bit for Southend at the moment, have the momentum and look like the team that's next to get the goal.
And with so much time left, if they did equalise in the next few minutes, Jabbo, you'd fancy them to go on and win it more than you'd fancy Carlisle to get ahead again.
100%, and with the momentum of the crowd getting behind them, you know, that would definitely work in their favour.
The last 2 chances that Carlisle made have both been good ones. Conclaw on that amazing run, and then the Williams one off the Conclaw pass in this half, but both of them have been right against the run of play, real breakaway moves for United. And there's a lot of communication going on at the moment down below. Mark Hughes trying to relay instructions. I think he's just about got across what he wants. Gavin Skelton's just talking to Regan Linney right now. Frankie McAdam in there speaking to Georgie Kelly and Josh Williams. Feeney talking to McAdam and Skelton as well, just making sure the message is getting over there. Feeney now getting it a little bit from Hughes, telling them to go out there and get it done. Gabe Breeze is obviously fine and up and okay.
Just need a little bit more from the players, even in the attack, just to keep the ball, just to manoeuvre it, just to offer a threat and give Southend something to think about, because at the moment it's too easy for them to just recycle the ball and getting it going back down our throats again. I'm
seeing a red flashing spot next to Arsenal, and I'm seeing a second goal for the Gunners. Can't tell you who's got it yet. Trossard with it. He gets some important goals, doesn't he, for Arsenal?
It really does.
Bit of a bargain signing, wasn't he, that many thought might be on his way this summer, but dear me, does he get some important goals. So Arsenal lead 2-1 at Sunderland. The away teams in the evening kickoffs leading by 2-1. Arsenal at Sunderland and Carlisle here at Southend. Bank against Arsenal going on to win more comfortably now they lead. Not entirely sure that's the situation facing Carlisle here. It's proper backs to the wall stuff here. It's something very different we're seeing. Again, look at the space here for the left wing back. And that's where they're going to try and come, but they've totally messed it up, and it's just through to Gabe Breeze on the edge of the area. Another change coming here. It looks like at least 2 changes very shortly for the home side. Jack Bridge, the former Carlisle man, scored their equaliser in their draw last time out, will be on shortly. And he's coming on for Boys down this left-hand side. I'm told that's where he keeps coming on, or I've seen that's where he keeps coming on. I've looked at the games. McCallum turns a couple of times in the tackle and then fouled his man. That's a really poor bit of play. McCallum dwelt too long, couldn't see the picture, and brought down Dallas. And will that allow for the changes? They've taken it quickly. Space down the left-hand side for Boys, who knows he's about to go off. Gets the cross in, finds one of their men. Hayden tries to get the shot away, the clearance away rather. Cleared upfield in search of Kelly. Man all over him. Can't believe that's not a foul either.
Jeez.
Number 6, Goodliff, right on top of him there as he held him down on the floor. Now they've got it out to Boys again down this left-hand side, trying to make something happen just before he goes off, and they're offside again. And it's a free kick to Carlisle on the right back position, and now the 4th official will come up and get the board up. And here comes Jack Bridge.
Yeah, I think
a slaloming central midfielder for Carlisle in a fairly poor period, and a largely poor player in truth for United. Been here a few years now, and it's a triple change actually. They're also bringing on Walker's coming off for Tom Harper, the striker.
happy
other
to see the back
changes,
of him, to be fair.
Yeah, the other change is Leon Perillion, and he comes on for Coker in the midfield. Another of the former Slough men in this team. That offside has been a couple of times when they've been really threatening that gets let Carlisle off the hook, isn't it?
Yeah. But I guess that's just the difference in the two teams. They've huffed and puffed and they've been very dangerous. But in the moments when it needs to count, we've made it count with our quality. And sometimes that's all you need.
Hayden in the battle with his man there, lost out, and thankfully a couple of his teammates managed to combine to get the ball away. Headed away down the right touchline again by Southend. Linney after it, tackled hard by his man, thrown to United out on that left touchline. Jack Bridge, a left wing back, a sort of slaloming runner who seemed to do it in the midfield from a very deep position for Carlisle and never really made a great deal happen. Looked quite pretty on the eye at times, but always from deep. I wonder how effective he is from a wing back position, especially an inverted one, playing on his right foot coming in off the left, and he's trying to get away from Williams now, wanting it played out to him down this left hand side. Ellis trying to get over as well, so too Williams, running hard. Jack Bridge plays it onto his teammate down that left hand side. Perillion picks it up here, tries to dance around his man. Carlisle make the tackle and should be able to get away, and now they can with Williams. Clark is inside, goes instead to Kelly, lays it off back to Williams here, can drive forwards here, should be able to have the pace to go at his man down the right hand side. Slid back in, looking for the run of Kelly. Great defensive tackle again from Taylor, not for the first time this evening. He's done some really good work at the back foot. Southend, their number 16. Now Bridge will try and drive at Carlisle United again down this left touchline, but Callum's going the long way with him here. He's gone down, that's never a foul. The way he threw himself down there, he just turned his back towards the guy and just McCallum and just hurled himself down, and the ref just couldn't wait to give it.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. It's one of those ones, those dark arts. You know, he knew he was going into no man's land there and then threw himself down. It's the slightest touch, and it annoys me, those ones, but they're always given.
Yeah, they get them. They get into that almost obstruction position, and then as soon as you come near them to engage, throw themselves down. It just needs a rule change, that. Here comes the free kick from Bridge. Should be Breeze. Punches long distance out the area. Picked up by Southend again with Taylor. Pops it square to that right hand side. Perillion just on. Lifts it into the area. Carlisle have got another man down with a head injury in that penalty area. It's Morgan Feeney. And they're all complaining, the fans, the players, but Feeney will have to go off here. If Carlisle were really trying to work the dark arts, it would be Breeze down again, Jabbo.
Exactly that.
And he could have done, because he came out and won that punch as soon as he saw Feeney down there. He could have just got himself down if he'd have really wanted to dark arts the game. Into the final 10 minutes we are, 82nd. I just got that 8847. 584 Carlisle fans, and again getting applauded around us here at Roots Hall. Fair play to the Southend fans on two parts. One, that's an amazing crowd in the 5th division of English football. 8,300 of them, just under, are Southend fans, which is an amazing attendance. Great stadium, great setup, great club, and that's a great attendance. But 584 from Carlisle, you know, late on a Saturday night, no chance of getting. I mean, a lot will loads come from the London branch, but a lot won't as well, and that is unbelievable. They'll all be down here, they'll all be in hotels, they'll all be, you know, putting money into the local economy in the numbers they travel in. Great work, Carlisle.
Amazing.
Can United do them justice and get a win here this evening. The ball's going to be dropped again, I think, in the middle of the Carlisle half. Feeney will have to come off, so Carlisle will be down to 10 men. The ball will be dropped to their player. United with some real defensive work to do here. We are now up to the 83rd minute, but there'll be stoppages, of course. Breeze down, Feeney down. Linney saying I had the ball, I think, or something. He's complaining to the ref, he's not happy. Ref will drop it to a Southend player, and they'll try and come at United, who will have good 30 seconds without Feeney in. To the penalty area goes the ball, headed away. McAdams dropped in for Carlisle to help out in that defensive line. Slid to the left hand side. Bridge trying to run at Con Clark here, looking to get into the area, drops a shoulder one way then the other, gets the cross in. Con Clark deflects it, falls to one of their men, trying to find the angle for the shot, couldn't quite. Picked up again on the edge of the area here by Southend. United trying to move them away. Bridge one-on-one with Con Clark again, which gives me the heebie-jeebies. He's somehow evaded the tackle from Con Clark. Still on the left touchline here. Carlisle waiting to get Feeney back on. A little bit punch-drunk as Southend come at them. Cross will come in from the left to the edge of the penalty area. Perillin dances around his man, trying to get in for the angle for the shot towards goal. Takes the shot. Breeze gets to the right of goal and saves and holds on. Didn't go out to play. Nonsense. Tom Hopper, who was appealing for the corner, and Breeze bowls out down the left hand side. Carlisle looks come forward. Hopper just stutters and looks back in field. I think Feeney is now back on for United, which is good news, and he gets on the ball here, plays it square to Ellis. Big gap in between Feeney and Hayden as Ellis lifts forwards in search of Georgie Kelly. Can he chest it, then bring it down? Fantastic footwork. Then he gets his ankle taken out by the midfielder, and it's a free kick to United on the edge of the area.
Great control again, so elegantly done, just class. Really, really good work.
I'm not blowing smoke up you to say that you used to do that a lot, didn't you, the high up ones, but because he's such a tall guy, he takes them really ridiculously high up, doesn't he, those chests? But that was a big thing that you used to do for United. Back in those glory days.
I admire when I see that work, because not many people can do it. You know, it's easy just to flick on or make a touch and you lose possession, but you know, he's drawn a free kick there. It's great work.
And Carlisle with a chance to send something in. Southend line up on the edge of the area. He's gone for the shot, and he's trying to catch out the goalkeeper, thinking he might step off his line. And it was true. If he had have gone forwards a couple of yards there, he could have been caught out. It was inventive, but as it is, it just gives possession back to Southend. 85th minute we're in. All of a sudden now, United, this is time that United might be able to negotiate, but when you consider how long they've been defending in this second half, it just feels like it's been a very long period of time, and maybe too long. But here comes Southend on the right, trying to get the cross in towards goal, takes the deflection. Does it, or did he just know? He just lost his footing and spooned it behind for a goal kick. Whew, take that. No, I think he's hurt himself in doing it. I don't know what he's appealing to the fourth official for. The manager down here keeps turning to the fourth official about that. What do you want, a foul off the pitch? Yellow card for the playing surface. Into the 86th minute. How are your fingernails doing, Carlisle fans? It's felt like a funny game, this one, when in their moment Carlisle have had a real explosive quality that's almost been the difference between the two teams. Well, it has currently, but they just felt like they've been fighting a long time here upstream against the Southend team, who were having way too much of the ball and the attacking intent. Just haven't been able to get out of the reverse gear, Carlisle. And so much of this second half has been about the home side. Now Bridge trying to carry them forwards down the left. He's got around Williams. He'll get himself down if he can in a minute. Stood up this time, lays it round the corner for his mate. It's gone around Williams into the penalty area. Great run in this from Perillin, gets the shot, blocked by Carlisle. Feeney did well getting that knee down on the floor and blocking it with his lower leg. Header away, United on the edge of the area, trying to find the angle for Appiah Forson. Carlisle have managed to pass out to Con Clark, holds his man off, he's being held, turns away, plays out down the left here to Linney. He's got Kelly down the middle. Carlisle 2 on 3, running at the back line here. What will Linney do? Towards the edge of the penalty area, angle tight, gets the shot, stings the palms, but goalkeeper saves comfortably. Don't know if it was a shot or a cross in towards Kelly, but the keeper took it. Again, fireworks going up around us here at Roots Hall, where Southend tried to come forwards again with Bridge down this left. Last couple of times he's got away too easily from Williams, who's trying to show him down that touchline. That's where he's gone. Then he turns out and looks to check. Then he gets to a crossing position on his left. Now he's slowed down. Teammates come up. Carlisle a bit slow out, getting out to the number 17 on the edge of the area. Carlisle cut it out through McAdam. Almost had his Heel clipped as he looked to get away down the right hand side. Clark played in field to McAdam behind him. Back to Clark on this right touchline. Scoop round the corner to McAdam was delightful. And Carlisle, he could go out to left back here, or Linney's come inside, he will go to left back. Lovely play that from McAdam and Clark. McAdam with some really good running there to help Carlisle get up the pitch, but they're back into the defensive line. Back to Hayden, onto Breeze, and he just bashes away. Could have played it up to Feeney, and Carlisle could have played there, but they've given possession back. Into the 88th minute we go here at Roots Hall. Carlisle 2-1 up here at Southend United. This has been a fight, an almighty fight. Can United survive the onslaughts in the second half of Southend, who are coming at them again down the right? Good running. Appiah, Forson gets the cross in. United need to win this header and volleyed away. In vain appeals for handball off Hayden there. Clearly chested it and volleyed. Throw into Southend on that right hand side. Oh, this is nip and tuck and nervy.
It literally is. And the manager's going crazy at things when it's not even in their favour. I don't even know what.
Ball down the right into a good crossing position, in towards goal. Breeze has come and stayed, drops and falls Carlisle's way, and a really composed pass out. Then not such a good one from Williams. Gives it away edge of the area. McAdam clears again. Williams can't hold on to it, and they're running back towards their own goal, and they keep it alive on halfway. Southend United really living on the edge here against Southend, trying to do the right things, but at times people just look so tired.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're keeping Williams on because he's having to deal with Bridge so much. That's why they've not brought Ajiboye on to try and stretch out down this right, perhaps because he's not able to do the defensive work that Williams is doing here. Now it's Ellis facing up against Jack Bridge. Passes in field, finds that willing runner midfield again. Perillan, I think it is, on the left of the penalty area. Back to Bridge, looking to get the angle to cross. They've worked it to a man on the edge of the box. Carlisle come out to meet him. Back to the left hand side. Cross comes in from Ralph towards the near post. Volleyed away again in there by Feeney for United. And they are so on edge here. 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to go, plus stoppage time to come. Throw, edge of the area. Clark drills it into his man. Possession kept though by Southend. Couldn't get it away. Back down the left touchline it goes. Looking to cut it out, Carlisle. Williams gives it back to Clark, tight on this near touchline, has to be careful. Men all around him, gives it into Ellis, wraps it way downfield. Kelly controls, turns it round the corner, finds Linney on this right hand side, man tight to him. Linney goes around him. Oh, great tackle. It's that man Taylor again, who's really good defender. Really good work from him in there today. Their man's gone down, I think. I don't know whether Linney caught him, not quite sure what happened there, missed it. But they're coming forwards anyway down the right hand side. Don't know if the lino saw that and whether there'll be repercussions. Hayden, good controlling touch away, finds McAdam. Carlisle could break forwards if they had the intent. I think they're just trying to defend the lines. 45 seconds of the 90 to go, and we'll find out how much injury time we've got. To Linney on the left touchline, combining down the left. McAdam, I think it was actually, kept in play by Southend, but Carlisle keep possession. Turning and going backwards to Hayden. Can he go further over in search of Feeney? No, they've gone back to Breeze. Breeze, will he pass or will he just plunder downfield? I think Hughes wanted his players to get further downfield there. Kelly got the arm around his throat there from their defender. Goodliff is an uncompromising defender, but he stayed north of the law in terms of what the referee felt. Two subs ready to come on for Carlisle United as Southend come forwards again. Perillan once more works it out to the left hand side. Bridges the extra option. Dallas feeds it inside. Perillan gets the shot, deflects and breaks towards Southend potentially. Edge of the area, 7 minutes time added on. Another shot maybe coming in from Ralph on the edge of the box. Gives it to Bridge on the left hand side here. Southend really knocking at the door on the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. Can't find the angle for the cross. Lifts one in. Carlisle volley away through Hayden again. He's got so many of those touches tonight. Clark's rolled his man, trying to break forwards here. He's got Kelly in front of him. Can he hold off his man? He's got support coming from Linney to the right hand side. Little drag back, slid into the path of Linney down the right hand side here. Can he work the angle? Looks for the shot. Oh, it's going in. It's a great save at the near post from the goalkeeper. It was flying in, and it's a really strong paw, and he goes and pumps his fists at those Carlisle fans behind the goal. Great running, such good play from Clark to get United up the field. Slid in Linney the best he could. Linney drove hard at the near post, and a very strong hand saved for Southend to stop it being 3-1 Carlisle.
I've run out of superlatives for Clark. What a player, and you know, it was just where Linney took his touch, there's only so much of the goal where he can hit. He done the best he could. Just
had to hit it hard, didn't he, and hope it got past the keeper.
Yeah, definitely that.
Carlisle corner. It looks like they're going to swing it in. Not making the changes just yet. Armstrong ready to come on. Another change as well. Surely they'll keep it in the corner flag. Kelly's coming over. Something's just happened down here with Linney. The referee, if he's seen it, I don't know what has happened there. Their man looks nonplussed at why Linney's down. Did the lino, the fourth official, or anyone see it here down below us? The referee is taking some instructions, it looks like, from the fourth official here. He's just gone down. I don't know whether he's making a meal of something, or whether somebody has done something. He's got back up. The referee just saying back over to the corner. Nothing doing. Linney's not happy, but the referee said, I didn't see it, or I don't think that there was what you're saying there was. Trying to play on Linney, or trying to milk it that he's struggling to play on, whichever is your perspective. Depends whether you're the Blues of Southend or the Blues of Carlisle here. Referee saying no more, cut it out to him and the man who's with him, closest to him. Carlisle still poised to take the corner here, and they're clearly going to try and keep it in that corner. 7 minutes at the end of each half in this game, 14 minutes of time added on. Carlisle, the lino just telling their men to get back and get back from the corner, otherwise Carlisle won't take it. Carlisle have taken it. Kelly in the corner, waits, draws his man, gets the strength, comes off the Carlisle man and out of play, and they've not quite like at Reading where they kept it in there for 2 whole minutes. Now Carlisle want to make the changes, and they're going to do that just to break down some more time. Josh Grant is coming on. First change is Con Clark off for Armstrong though for United. Armstrong coming on in one of those late changes just to try and take up time. Con Clark walking. The referee probably going to get the book out. I think their players just said something to him. Could go off closer to the touchline here. And the other change is Josh Grant. Didn't see who he was coming off for.
For Linney.
Linney was it. And Linney walking off and applauding and everything again. So the two heroes, the two goal heroes, the two best players on the pitch by some distance off. Just the other issue for Carlisle is the other 9 haven't maybe quite been as good as those two tonight, and it's meant that United have been on the receiving end quite a lot in this game. And they need the other player off for Carlisle in stoppage time. Oh, Kelly nicked the ball high up here. Carlisle United, what will they do? Cross goes in towards Kelly, tries to get it down with a little head touch. Goalkeeper's taking out his own defender there and cleared away, and Ellis in a tangle with his man there. That'll be a free kick, and Jack Ellis will be the latest player in the book. He thinks that something happened before that. He gets the book though. Ellis for United. I didn't see whether the man maybe dragged him back before. Ellis seemed pretty incensed, and he's not much of a dark arts player. I'm not sure he's got that instinct about him, but he certainly dragged his man down once he got beyond him, however he did. Out to the left touchline here. In the towards the end of the 4th minute, in fact to the 5th minute of time added on. Header away Carlisle, further away Ellis. No Con Clark and Linney to take them up the pitch though. At least 3 more minutes to come here, probably more with those substitutions coming in stoppage time as well. At least 3 more minutes as Carlisle lead 2-1 late on here, but it's Southend pressing again as they have done for so much of this game. Little flick round the corner here. Can United get the defensive touch? No penalty, says the referee. Perillion went over and got down as quick as he could in the penalty area there. Now Williams just trying to carry Carlisle downfield here. Looks to run and gun past his man. Does brilliantly to buy the throw in. Carlisle throw. Great work Williams. He just didn't have it. The energy did he to push the ball past his man and try and drive round him, but did enough to play it off him and get United the throw in high up. Well done Josh Williams.
Give everything today, everything. He's out on his feet and he's still going.
Referee saying get up and take the throw in here. I'm adding the time on, and he's just gesticulated to everyone. The time will go on. Carlisle I don't think know who's going to take the throw, and it's going to be Ellis in the end. Won't want to just concede possession here. Into the 6th minute of time added on here. There will be more. We could be up towards 10 I think here. Throw down the right, looking for Kelly. Man goes down very easily, trying to buy the foul. What a surprise. Then Kelly goes down probably fairly easily, trying to buy the foul. Ellis picks it up though, high up, steps around his man, up towards the edge, trying to drive through. Great run this from Ellis. Was he taken out there? The ref's given a free kick right on the corner, and it's another one that could have been a penalty. And I have to see this on the stream in a moment's time. Really could have been a penalty, that one, as he tried to go through there. Great feet from him. I just think he just thought, well, I might as well go for this, and if I lose it, it'll be the same as if I just chip it forwards to them. Stream's so far behind, it's still on the substitutions down below us. Free kick right on the corner of the area. Kelly's the man over it for Carlisle. What will he do? You keep your eye on this. The referee seems to want their man to go back a little further before he'll let Carlisle take the free kick, so it's their time. Ellis picks it up here. I'm just watching the stream now. You keep your eyes on the live game. Breaks through into the penalty area here. Good feet, and it probably is out just outside. Free kick taken short. Kelly will come over to it. Williams takes it down the right touchline. Man very tight to him, trying to get to the byline. Kelly comes in and wins it back for Carlisle. In that corner flag again. Williams picks it up now the second time as they tackle into him on that right hand side, and it's given us a free kick, I think it is, in the corner position for them, and they'll try and smash it forwards. Whew. Well, we're into the last 20 seconds of the initial 7 minutes time added on here, but I do think that there'll be more. Header away, Hayden, under pressure, drops. Armstrong getting there for Carlisle United, tries to drive Carlisle up the pitch. Good running here from Armstrong, look at that, great work from him. Out to Williams on this right touchline here, looks to take his man on down the right hand side. Strong hand on him there from Taylor. Was it a foul? No. Armstrong gets back across again, wins the ball back for Carlisle, tries to run it down the touchline, looking to keep it in play, tries to scoop it round the corner, drops in between. Referee has given an indirect free kick, I suspect, for impeding there, because he sat on the floor, trapped it between his legs and tried to lift it round the corner, and I think feeling is it becomes dangerous, doesn't it? Don't know how they've taken it so far inside from the touchline now. In the 8th minute of time added on, so beyond the discretionary first period. Ball breaks to Dallas, high up here for Southend. Bridge trying to get in behind, poor pass Dallas. Oh, Ellis has allowed himself to be tackled. Dallas goes down and the ref gives the free kick. Just couldn't wait to give that one, could he? Very late here, might be the last attack of the match here for Southend. Dallas won it. Former Barrow man, so late in the day here at Roots Hall. The goalkeeper